you guys have been adventuring in the lands of Toivoa, but nowhere near here as you guys are in the Fey Realms. You guys have spent the last several sessions going around working on collecting the keys to the Chrononacrum. Last week you discovered the first one of them in the possession of a hag. You guys fought some ghost dragons and had time rewinded on you. And we're just about to open the vault in order to hopefully get some acquirables, as Saphira might say, from the hag's collection.
Actually, Saphira might say some booty.
We slowly say the word booty, yes. So, that's where we're going to pick up, is as you guys have just gotten done with that and are working on the keyhole to get in. So, let's drag you over to there. You guys will find yourselves at the bottom center of this map.
So the timing on this is kind of delicate. I can still breathe fire on this 2 more times. Then I'd have to drink another potion. I think I have another potion. Don't remember. I'm sure you can come up with something if not. Anyway. I think I can take 2 cracks at it before it freezes over again.
We have fire magic. I would say that given that we know for a fact that there's traps in the room, I think we've cleared everything out. I honestly think we should just sit down and take a long rest right now, and just make some space on the floor, put down our bedrolls, and just take a breather before we go into any more potentially hostile territory. There might be some kind of creature in that chamber guarding the defenses. Maybe one of the traps summons a creature. The ability to cast absorb elements or shield might be the difference, or bardic inspiration might be the difference between life and death for somebody. I mean, the last trap that we triggered sucked Ruzid's soul out of his body, and given the danger of this environment, I don't think we should take any chances.
It was very unpleasant.
You make a very compelling point. And I can't think of a logical reason to disagree with it. However, the potion stops working after 1 hour, and I just checked, and I actually don't have another one of them. So, it'd be depriving me the ability to breathe fire on it. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But you'd owe me one. Well, actually 2, because I could breathe on it twice.
I'm going to prepare the help action just in case Saphira decides to make a decision.
Okay.
Can be responsible. Just don't choose to be most of the time.
I do think
What
Bren
if we
is probably...
unlocked the door but didn't go in?
I guess, what's the point? If you really want to breathe fire on the door... Okay, fine, unlock it. I'm gonna stand over here.
Bren's right.
Why don't, if you want to breathe fire, why don't you breathe fire on these objects on the table that are all frozen over?
That would be kind of fun.
Idea.
Right? Like, I'm curious to know what those are.
Right, I'm going to come around. Y'all probably want to get out of the way of this.
Are you lining yourself up with us? Gonna get out of the way.
You're all surrounding the table, so where am I supposed to go?
How far can you breathe fire? I'm gonna step back again.
Can't be that far.
All right, I'm getting out of the 60-foot. I'm getting out more than 60 feet away from it.
Oh, and, Jesus, I didn't realize Crystal was so close. Crystal's like, oh, 65.
Shit. It's a code.
Is it this table that has the objects on it, or do others
Correct.
have?
It is that table.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna breathe fire on it.
Awesome.
When Saphira breathes fire on it, I cast Prestidigitation to make it sound like a bunch of firecrackers are going off on the table in front of her.
Okay,
Duck.
cool.
Get
So,
down!
go ahead and breathe fire. Awesome. So, breathing fire goes out like that. And you will defrost a scroll case and char a scroll.
Probably should have got that first. Oh well. I'll grab this. Is there anything in the scroll case?
Are things in the scroll case?
Okay, I'm gonna grab it before it has the chance to refreeze.
Okay.
Is there anything else of note on the table?
There was a section where a coin-sized shape had been.
A coin-sized shape?
Coin is in a soul coin, not as in our monk coin, I think.
Roll a history check, be a 10.
Wait, is this a coin-sized shape? Wait.
I thought it would have been a coin-shaped thing.
I think there was a soul coin on the table. I'm not there, so I'm not gonna try and roll to remember it. But I remember that there was a soul coin on the table, and I don't believe that Sea Toad coin was ever on the table.
Sea Toad coin was never coined.
You look in the scroll case. There are 2 scrolls in there.
Yeah.
The first one is a scroll of Time Ravage.
Oh, God.
Holy shit!
That's dangerous.
Wow.
I feel like Crystal's gonna very gingerly
Wow.
just take that from Saphira very quickly.
Which one?
Oh, interesting. Let me look at it.
Oh yeah, sure.
And the second one is of imprisonment.
Oh.
Yikes!
Hey.
Ooh.
Which one
I
did
know
we
it.
destroy? I'm gonna.
You
against
destroyed
my
the
better
wish.
judgment.
Oh.
Are you?
No wish.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, none of us know that.
These are some great spells. It's actually just so good that we do not have a spell.
It's fine. If we had a wish spell, what's gonna happen is someone's gonna use the version of wish that lets you do whatever you want, and then Eric's gonna roll the 30% chance, and you're gonna fail, and then bad things are gonna happen.
Well,
I'm just happy that sorcerer didn't pick up any of these scrolls.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Eric, I like for Bryn to examine the ruins on the table and see if see if we can actually identify if Bryn can identify the scroll that was destroyed.
The ashes that are on there. Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
right.
A wish spell is a 9th level spell, so it'd be 10 plus double the spell level.
So I gotta hit a
So it's a
28.
20.
Well, is it not
Yes, sir.
completely ashes? I thought you implied it was like singed and unreadable, but not like all
A
ash.
dragon's breath has washed over a piece of paper.
No, it's like the 3d6 wins like crummy breath.
This was not Dragon's
Also,
Breath.
Here,
just
what's
walk
the name of the
over a
potion
magic
again?
Sorry,
scroll.
no. Let's walk
It's
through the 3d6
it's a potion of fire breath, not a potion of dragon's breath.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your 3d6, please.
And let's keep in
no.
mind that a commoner, full-grown human being has 4 hit points.
Well,
No,
that's
it's
also
totally-
because
it's totally
that a
destroyed.
magic scroll
It's
is
totally
regular
destroyed.
parchment.
No, I wasn't arguing against it being totally unusable. I was just wondering if it was completely ashes or not, because it was
So,
like, oh,
Bryn-
like it could be burned halfway
Yeah,
and still
Bryn,
unusable.
let's go ahead and get you to roll your Arcana check. So with the 16, all you
Yes,
see
we'll
is
never
the
know.
corner of the page and the word "summon wish" as it smolders into a crisp and floats upwards. And
No! Bryn physically dives on the table to try and smother the fire with his
Oh,
body.
you shouldn't do that. That's icy.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Wait, the ice will
I
put
swear
out
to God.
fire.
Someone
Genius.
catch the coin.
Bryn, it is exceedingly cold, and you can feel your clothes beginning to crystallize, but you're able to resist the cold of this table.
Bryn physically breaks down sobbing on the table.
Your tears freeze against your face.
I think you should get off the table. Or
Ruza just pulls him off the table.
Yeah.
Get off the table.
Get off the table.
Bryn rolls off the table and just splats on the ground.
At least he doesn't shatter.
Does not shatter.
Wait. What are you getting so worked up about, Bryn?
Enough of you guys live in the north of the United States that you guys know what it's like when you go outside with a sweater and the moisture freezes on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly the effect that you have on your clothes right now.
Yeah, I've had my hair break off.
Ouch.
Eyelashes are the worst, just saying.
I've had that.
They look pretty, though.
Going out with a wet sweater.
It was wet hair, not a wet sweater.
I get wet
That's
hair.
even
Like,
worse.
that makes sense. You have to shower. It happens.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for
But
sure.
who's putting on a wet sweater and being like,
It's
I'm
not
ready
when
for
you
today.
it's that wet snow that hits it. You can ask Walker about it. He knows all about that sort of thing.
What, they don't have like waterproof nylon over there?
Those are
well, I
horrible.
mean, some of it, but yeah, it's not the same.
So, what
anyway,
about the scrolls that we do have that aren't destroyed?
I believe
guess-
they are both exclusive to wizards, which means that they are, for practical purposes, not usable unless we want to. They're not just like general combat spells. I think we sell these.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, we do have a wizard in the
sword-
party. I was
sword
waiting to
shanty-
see if she would
the sword
speak up.
shanty is technically a wizard art.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, now, do look mighty difficult to use, but
Well, even better that that
but
wish scroll is
how-
ashes now.
Why?
Because Saphira will be the one casting it.
Well,
No, she
no,
wouldn't.
Wish is also a sorcerer spell. So Isaac
Yeah.
or I could have used that.
Oh, okay,
Um,
never mind, we're good.
I would have only used it for like something awesome, like giving us an even better ship.
Hell
Or
yeah.
maybe
I
like
support
sailing
this.
lessons.
That does sound pretty awesome.
Or like I could wish that the ship were back in port when we got back. But instead, I think you know how awesome it would be. That imprisonment scroll. Like if you like just had someone trapped in there and like you just wore them in a gem around like on a necklace like that.
So, I guess this time ravage thing is what Zira does if he doesn't like you. At least that's kind of the vibe I get. Well, hopefully when we face him, we don't get ravaged by time like that. But I feel like that's gonna happen.
Or by anything else, ideally.
Well, I mean,
Is
it
that an
can't.
action? Imprisonment
Yeah.
is a
Ravaging?
minute.
It's
Yeah,
usually a
time.
Time
That's an
ravage.
action.
Time Ravage is a one action
Thank you,
cast.
Nosy and Ray. That was
Yeah.
totally worth it for you.
No, I heard what you said. I'm choosing.
Oh, I know you
to-
got
I'm
it.
Choosing
I
to
know.
gloss over it.
I was definitely reading the spell as you said that. I'm like, perfect.
So, I mean, it's like what happened to Bryn earlier, except the other way around.
Yeah, but
Yes.
to an extreme. Yeah.
The effect is the same, which is that you become basically useless in combat situations for an indefinitely long period of time, and you need a wish spell to reverse it.
I really wonder what would happen to me if if I was time ravaged. I don't know.
That would be really interesting if Ruzid were time average, because in the age state you would have disadvantage on all your D20 contests, but you might also just like become an ancient dragon. And
Well, I've heard of stories of dragons that have grown too old. It's like a thing called the Twilight. I think. You eventually become so old and you stop growing and you become weaker and weaker and weaker and fade away. That's probably what I would be like if I was affected by the spell. I've heard about it from my mother.
That's why I should live fast and die young.
Well, dragons don't live fast,
Amen.
but they often die young.
Then, well, if you're already going to die young, then make sure you live fast.
You know, I feel like a lot of dragons could use that sort of perspective.
Hey everybody. Sorry.
Hello.
I don't have a great excuse for it. I've just been pretty occupied with the puppy today. But I'm here now. Sorry
Puppy,
again.
that's a great excuse.
I'm here now. They're settled in. Just been checking in with them a lot.
So cute.
I'm pulling up roll 20, so I'll be in a moment.
You were
the
standing off to the
synopsis-
side looking cool with your
the-
coin.
That
The
checks
synopsis
out.
is that Saphira breathed fire on this icy table and it unfroze some scrolls and also burned a scroll of wish.
Oh, lovely.
So we have no wish scroll, but we have 2 other 9th level spells.
Okay.
Bryn is sobbing face down on the floor.
Oh, cheer up, Bryn. Maybe the hag left some more presents under her bed.
I know what would cheer you up. And with the last breath of fire, I'm just gonna breathe it up into the air and try to make it like a ring shape.
Roll your performance check, followed by a dexterity saving throw. So
Persuasion.
that's persuasion.
That's to each other.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
So
Same-
it looks
same color.
really, really cool. And then the melted ice from above rains on top of Saphira. And
Making
Ruzid
her look
and
cooler.
Crystal.
I think
Ow.
that does cheer Bryn up a little bit. Saphira getting rained on by a hail of icicles. Well, regardless, nothing. It's gone. We can't bring it back. But in all seriousness, I think we should take a rest now.
Did
Cool.
we get into the safe yet? Before the hail started?
No, Bryn didn't want us to poke around too much.
I
Bryn's
strongly
suggestion
advise
is that we
against
do a
it.
rest so that in case there's another layer of defenses inside, then we will be rested to confront it. That is
Oh,
both
it's-
absolutely correct and probably a bit much, but it's the type of thing that you'd much rather do like 30 times when it seems like a bit much than not do the one time you need it. So I'm down to do the rest.
There's also a chest over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get dibs on it since I triggered every single trap on top of that chest?
Yeah, what are you gonna do if it's a spell book, Ruzid? What is that dibs gonna look like for you?
Okay, I
not
get
sure
to
if that's
see
how
it
you
first
dibs.
at least. I get to
Sure,
see it
okay.
first at least.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk over to this chest and like look at it before he opens it, just to see what the mechanism.
Really
for it.
following the letter, but not the spirit of Bryn's suggestion here. But sure, go on.
Do you
Okay.
want us to take a look at it?
Just
Okay.
let him have this. He's had a long day.
So, Ruzid, you look at this chest, and it looks like a very fancy hope chest or blanket chest that would be at the foot of a bed.
Okay, I'm gonna try to open it.
Cool, it's locked.
Womp womp. Does it have like a visible lock on it, or is it?
It does.
Okay, never
You want
mind.
a Key?
Oh, do you have the key?
I recall you saying dibs, so why don't you just go for it, is it? Go ahead.
Look, as much as I'd love to just try to like pry this chest open. I don't really want to break what's inside of it, especially after watching a wish spell get burned.
Don't you have like claws? Can you just lockpick it? Just stick your claw in there, wrangle it
Yes.
around.
God, how lockpicks
That's
work.
more painful than you would think.
Do y'all want me to pick it open and I just won't look while you look through it?
Hey, you know what? Screw you guys. Ruse is gonna try to pick it with his paws.
Okay, you pick the lock.
Some of those were honest.
Easy as that.
It's 10. Yeah.
And
Sure was
Ruse
easy if you had to complain about it for 40 seconds before doing it.
Oh wait, what? How does it say that? I'm literally using Ruse's character sheet. I don't know why it says that.
Just saying, Kotra.
No, I opened up that character sheet before the session, then closed it, and then opened up Ruse's character sheet. And I guess, wait, let me click it again. Let me refresh the page. It's still the same bonus. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
there
it
you
was
go.
using the right bonus from Ruse's sheet, but then somehow it had the different name. That's weird.
We've had that
Yeah,
happen with
sure.
other people here. It just displays
Yeah.
it, like if you're logged in on another, I guess.
Okay, well,
Technically,
anyway.
Kotra's dead right now. But anyway, we're going to move
Well,
on.
yeah. Regardless, so I open it.
Irregardless.
Irregardless of which word. Let's find out what's inside that chest.
Yeah,
I'd be
what's
surprised
inside?
to learn how frequent that word comes up in legal documents. So I used to temp for a legal office when their secretary was out, and holy shit, the number of words like irregardless that show up in legal documents, and you'll be like, "Did you want me to like?" You'll correct it, and I once like was doing a dictation. I typed it as regardless, and the lawyer was like, "Oh, that's supposed to be irregardless," and I was like, "That's not a word." And he was like, and quote, "I will remember this for the rest of my life." He goes, "Well, it's a lawyer word."
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
No,
I
it's
have
not.
good news. I have good news for the lawyer. It got added to the Webster dictionary, so
I don't know. I think I'm
Does it
getting
make it
gaslit.
acceptable in professional
it
settings?
does not make it
Yeah.
acceptable. No.
Exactly.
All right. So, Ruzid, inside there are 4 quilts. They look very opulent and are from different countries. They are made of different materials. And at the bottom, there's a cloak. Looks very fancy. Fancier than yours.
Huh.
It's got
Oh, no.
a silver trim with ermine up next to the neck. It's fancy.
Ooh.
Boy. I got some really pretty quilts and this nice cloak. Ruse kind of takes out the cloak and holds it out in front of him.
You
Just like kind of looking at
handle
it.
the cloak. Awesome. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Let's go. I was expecting that.
With a DC of 12, Ruzid, you remove your cloak of billowing and you are forced to put this cloak on.
How does this cloak look at me, guys?
Does it billow?
Go ahead and it doesn't quite billow. Ruzid, you have a cloak of indifference.
Well, I don't know if I care about what you think of the cloak. I just wanted to say what you ask what you think, but I don't actually care.
I think it's like 20% cooler than your last cloak.
20%. Nah, this is like
Is it reversible?
what?
Can you flip it inside out? Like,
Cheer.
It has to, right?
That was really good.
That was really-
That was a really good blend of confusion and just disgust. Zach, that was
What Ruse does best.
All right, well, I'm gonna turn one of these into a fucking recliner because Bryn's right. I am tired, and it's time for Isaac to do an old man sleep and in his chair.
Well, let me unattune this cloak of protection then.
It's not an attunement thing.
Oh, well, am I wearing both cloaks?
Yeah,
I guess I could.
this one goes over.
Double cloaks.
It's
Yes.
an overcloak.
Okay, I'll mark that down then. Well, I can
In
use
the case of the cloak of indifference, I don't mind it modifying your existing cloak to be a cloak of protection of indifference.
Oh,
I thought you were
Just,
gonna make it.
fuses together.
I thought it was
Well,
gonna be
now-
like a poncho, like you wear one in the front and one in the back.
It is pretty cold in this room. So good to have layers.
I'm cool, Ruzin. Whichever way you want to handle this, I'm cool with it. Up to you.
I'm sure I'm fine with it like melding with my other cloak or something cool
Okay.
like that.
So your cloak of protection is now also
It
a
can
cloak
billow
of indifference.
and it can be indifferent. It has so many things on it.
Incredible.
Anyways, there's some quilts in here if you guys want to look at them.
Quilts?
It kind of like strides away, kind of taking like
Oh,
a
you just left.
kind of like I don't give a shit about anyone else sort of stride.
Coin is curious how fancy / valuable these quilts might appear.
Each of the quilts is worth 150 gold.
Huh.
More
What's
if you can
the,
get them to the right person.
What's the style of the quilt? Like, is this hag craft or is this?
No, they are not hagcraft. One you guys will recognize as Australian in nature. One you will recognize as being Fey Realm in nature. The other two, you guys don't know where those are from.
I think Coin is curious to grab the Australian origin quilt.
Okay.
Just to like
Yeah, good.
throw in a bag. Not doing anything crazy with it.
I'll grab one of the quilts of unknown origin.
Cool. Do you want A or B?
You think these?
Okay.
Let me pull the other cloaks out and quilts, and then look for a false bottom in this chest.
Okay.
Ooh.
There is not one.
Damn, that's a good idea though.
It is a good idea.
Check underneath the carpet here.
Okay. You lift up
I'll
the edge
get
of the
that real
carpet.
quick.
You guys look under the carpet, and it is the only dust-free area in here is under the rug.
Y'all make me get up out of my chair.
No,
I just got comfortable. No exploring until we've rested.
we're not exploring. We're just looking.
Oh my.
I'm just picking out a future beach towel. I'm pretty happy with this one.
He says, gesturing to his quilt.
Brendan.
As a
is
question,
nice.
who uses a quilt as a beach towel?
Coin.
Okay.
That's not a coin.
I stand corrected.
Ruzid is chatting with Bryn, but when they hear like Coin boasting about the cloak, he just turns around and says, "Can you turn it inside out though? I'd like to know that."
Yeah, that's what you do with towels. I don't know how much you shower, but you flip them. You do it
That's
twice
not-
as
Did you know
use.
that that's a?
That's not turning it inside out, Coin.
We do
But
actually
that's
know how
not-
much he showers.
Wait, did Coin just call this quilt an actual towel? Like he thinks this is an actual towel?
Maybe
You
for
can-
him.
You can probably gauge he knows it's a quilt. It's a quilt, but he's thinking,
How good would this look, though? If I just hop out of the water onto it. You don't run into a lot of towels. A lot of quilts, though. Gotta make two.
Probably some people would hang it up on a wall as a decoration.
Yeah, but
he has no response. He just he goes dead
But then
silent.
the only people that would see it would be the people that you invite to your wall. Whereas on the beach, everyone can see it.
I agree. But my wall is currently across the ocean, probably getting rummaged by a dragon. So I don't really have anywhere to hang it right now. I mean, we do have the
Yeah.
house, but
Well,
not near that either.
can I lay down and just look under the bed?
Absolutely.
Are there any more hags under there?
There are no more hags under there, but there is a small chest, about 14 inches wide, 8 inches deep, and 8 inches tall.
I scoot forward until just my little curly toe boots
Okay.
are poking out.
Can you get a perception check while you scoot under the bed?
Reception.
Thank you. A dust bunny lands on the back of your ear.
I'm gonna wiggle my way backwards. Drag this thing out.
Okay.
Scoot, scoot, scoot. Sphera, look what I found.
What is it?
It's a box that the hag kept under her bed.
Oh, have you opened it yet? No, you haven't opened it yet. You should open it.
Real dirty under there. I wanted to get where I could see.
I bet it's
I-
embarrassing. Just hiding it under a bed.
Maybe it's her diary.
Is that where you hide your embarrassing things, Coin? Under your bed.
Yeah, I have
One
sort of
sleeps in a bucket.
you don't know where the true bottom of that bucket is, Brent.
So upsetting.
Coin's bucket has a
True.
false bottom. I would die. Oh my god.
You want like
Reason I
a
don't flip it
magical
over.
bucket? Like a bucket, like instead of a bag of holding that's like endless, you got like the bucket.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's like
I like that
bucket,
idea.
A bucket of holding. It's like a mansion where you swim through the bottom and there's like a sea
So,
palace.
so we're gonna hop inside your bucket. It's gonna be like a pool.
It's what's
Add that to the
what's
shopping list.
What's Superman's fortress? The Fortress of Solitude, I think, is what it's called.
Bucket of solitude.
It's the bucket of solitude.
You're onto something there.
I guess we'll have to ask that enchanter guy at what's her name's store when we visit next time. Maybe he can do that.
Can I put a bag of holding into the bucket of holding, though?
No, definitely not.
That sounds like a surefire way to teleport everyone to some random place.
Fine. I'll leave it in another bucket then.
A normal bucket.
Yeah. And then I'll put that bucket into the bucket of holding, and it won't count because it's in a normal bucket.
Did we open the chest yet?
Saphira and I were gonna just look it over real quick to make sure that it wasn't like covered in spiky needles with poison or like had secrets etched on the bottom.
That was kind of dangerous.
Can I get an investigation check, please?
25.
25. As you look around it, there's some runes on it. Can you read them?
Is it an Arcana check to try that? Okay, Saphira, how good are you?
Also,
at
what
this?
languages do you speak or read? I'm sorry.
Mostly Elvish. I also do Goblin, Common, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Cool.
Saphira, are you good at reading runes?
I am about as good as one who's like just a little, slightly better than average, but not very much better than average.
All right. Well,
On a scale from 10 to 20, how
hold this
good
up
are
to the
you?
light, and so
13.
I can see it better. Can Saphira help me? Do you have proficiency in it?
Do not.
Well, like
My intelligence modifier to it.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
There we go. Wow. This means nothing to me.
Doesn't.
Well, if they're
Pretty sure
meaningless
they're
runes, then
Yeah.
if there's no meaning to them, then that's probably safe to open.
Does it smell like magic?
Yes.
All right. I heard the
It has
word
that
runes.
burnt ozone smell. You guys know?
Yeah.
It's the one that whenever there's an electrical fire, it's just that bad. Yeah.
I
Sticks
never
in the back of
really
your
kept
sinus.
up with my magic studies, but I did learn flavor profiling pretty early on. So
Mhm.
this one
smell
definitely
magic.
I can smell the magic here.
So I think Bryn is having a conversation with Ruzid, but I think he hears the word runes from across the room, and rushes over to try and investigate, because his curiosity is probably going to overwhelm his caution.
Look what we found.
Okay.
Okay, Brenda, we already checked the roads and didn't find anything.
They might just
Okay.
be scribbles.
Do they look like scribbles?
Well, they look like scribbles, but they smell a little bit like magic.
Magic scribbles.
Which might actually be
this
the
is
definition
draconic?
Do I
It is
speak
a draconic curse.
I do speak Draconic.
If you can read this, Bryn, I will send you. You do speak Draconic, and you rolled the high enough Arcana check. Awesome. So
Lovely.
I hope it says, if you can read this, you're standing too close to my box.
Could Roosted also try to read it? They just like walk up and try to read it on their own as well because they read.
it is an Arcana check with a 19. Yeah, you can read it as well. So send this to both of you guys. Perusing. Bam.
Oh my. Within lies the power to control dragons. Be cautious lest you be consumed.
This must be what that hag was using to control the 2 undead dragons.
Remind me what exactly is within? Have we seen it yet?
Oh, we haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
Should definitely open it though.
Yeah,
We should.
Well,
next trip.
let's I really think I don't feel like getting consumed today any more than we already have. So I'm gonna go join Isaac and plop down for a nap. What time of
Who
day
has
is
the
it,
chest?
I do.
Do you have an orb of time?
Eric? We're in the Feywild. I do not.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Rip.
But chest.
Well, before I go to sleep, I'm just gonna say, Coin, that staff, that fancy staff you're holding.
Yeah?
If you feel like it's doing anything, you can only charge it at midnight. I don't know when midnight is, so if it, I don't know. If at any point if it starts glowing funny, that probably means it's time to use it.
If it starts glowing funny, use it. Okay. It's for reference.
Instruction on staff work.
I would imagine Coin sort of has it strapped to the back of his strap, so it's sort of on his back crossed. So just sort of looks upwards, straight at the end of the staff. Like, I'll just crane my neck for the next 2 hours, I guess. Wait for it to go off.
So-
Coin will try to keep tabs on that. He'll probably check on it every 5 minutes, pull it out, keep it on his hand.
So Bryn didn't
Sure.
further investigate the thing that says in it lies the power to control dragons, right?
Not
Did
really.
you take the chest, Bryn, or did you simply look at it in Tati's hands?
No, I looked at it and then walked away.
Okay.
After reading it to us, though, right?
Oh yeah, I've explained
Okay.
I've explained what it says and why I do not wish to open it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to mess with that, considering there are 2 undead dragons we just had to dispatch. I don't really want to be a third.
Okay, so the two of us here who did kill a dragon, we can take care of this.
Crystal takes one step back.
Usually takes enough steps back that they're behind Crystal.
Does this box have like a lock on it, or is it a? Is a puzzle box? What is this?
She's just waving
A
dragon
luggage
souls around.
lock.
No,
It's a
puzzle.
little tiny lock. It's easily broken. It's a DC 5 for the sleight of hand check. It's a luggage lock.
What?
That feels like a trap.
Rogue just breaks a lock. That's crazy talk. We open locks. That's the polite thing to do.
Nailed it.
You got to have respect for the art of it.
Yeah, if you just start half-assing it, ripping locks off boxes, that's you've gone downhill. Let me try to unlock this thing.
Okay. The little lock clicks open.
Ah, got it. Under 6 seconds.
Imagine it's like one of those toy locks.
You could be the lock-picking lawyer. Yay!
I just raked the tumblers once and it all opened.
Amazing.
Let's open this guy.
All right. So as you open it, you hear click, 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 click.
From the box
Inside,
or from somewhere?
from the hinge of the box.
Can I like
Ins-
stopped after the first click? And then,
Sure.
like,
Would you like to have stopped after the first click? Sure.
I mean, hinges don't usually click unless something's happening. So stop.
Yeah.
And be like, what's happening?
Okay. The box snaps shut.
Oh. Is this a living box like that other one we got?
See no signs of life.
We didn't see signs of life on that other one till it scooped up a ring off the floor.
True.
Hello, box. My name is Tati, and I would like to know what's inside of you. Please.
There's no response.
Well, one click and all it did was snap shut. Ew.
So just open it really quickly and hope it doesn't have time to react.
I agree. Let's do that.
You gonna open it
Whoosh.
all the way up quickly?
Yes.
All right. You hear, and you hear a ticking from inside the box. Inside the box, you also see this.
Oh.
Is it a wand?
Damn.
It is a wand, and those spell effects are currently going on inside the box.
The box isn't bothered by like the water and the fire and stuff.
Box is not bothered by it. The fire and ice, electricity, and crackling around this wand are not bothering the box.
Is the box trying to snap shut on her fingers?
Not yet.
Woo, it's a magic wand.
Hey, Bren.
Oh, damn it.
Sleep
What?
in. You just let him sleep.
Found a really cool wand. Do you want to take a look at it?
Ugh.
It snaps shut.
Oh! Careful with the
Bastard.
fingernails.
I think Bryn just lays back down after the box closes. I'll identify it in the morning.
I want to know now.
The wand is out of charges. You have to
This one
wait
might be
until the
charged.
morning. No, my wand
yeah,
is
yeah.
out of charges.
I know, but if we
Well, that's
you know,
too much
use
information,
a charge
Bryn.
over here, we might know what it does.
Oh my god. Didn't he just say that a charge is?
Yes, Yes. Oh no. Jordan, I want you to know I heard your comment. I just am choosing to. I'm choosing to pause over it.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
It's my wand of identify has. We used all of the charges to solve the puzzle in the cave where the winds blow, and so if we want to figure out what it does without attuning to it, or before we attempt to attune to it. That being said, it does look like Isaac would be, just based on the picture. I think Isaac could do some cool stuff. But
He's sleeping too.
in the morning, I can. That's another reason why I think we should take a long rest, is because once I get my identify wand back, that could potentially also save us some trouble.
Well, if I attune to it, then I guess I can control myself better.
Maybe.
I guess it wasn't that funny.
Or be consumed by yourself. It's confusing.
All right. So, you guys going to take your long rest, or are you guys going to mess with this box?
It's ready to
Rizid
run.
looks at that box one more time. He's like, "I'm not messing with that," and then he goes back over this way. It's like gonna try to get comfortable as comfortable as he can in a pile of rocks.
Okay.
They're not gonna ball here, then I'll suppose we should get some rest.
Crystal's not going to bed until Saphira puts the box down.
I don't have the
I'll keep
box.
the box.
Okay,
The box?
Tati can have the box. Until Saphira's not within range of the box.
I would never try to take the box from Tati while she slept, because she doesn't sleep.
A real loophole.
Wise woman in many terms.
Tati, are you opening the
Yes.
box?
Well, I think magic wand that controls dragons kind of sums up what I need to know about it. But I am still curious about the box, so I'm going to keep it with me for the rest of our time here and just chat with it while I also poke around some more. Is there like any end tables? Is there like extra storage under the bed?
There is not. You have the extent, I should say, of the storage around the bed. You've explored that.
Well, this is incredibly boring if you all just go to sleep.
I know, right?
Maybe I'll just like I could read the next journal to the box in case it wants to know about what else we could learn about. I have no interest in what's underneath that water ice, so I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I think I need to restart my Discord because I'm missing some conversations. So give me just a moment, guys.
Okay.
You guys think maybe there's like a hidden closet or something?
The hidden closet.
Like
The
maybe
vault
if you...
qualifies one.
I know, but that's not super hidden. It's just super locked. We already agreed that we weren't gonna open it until everybody's awake again.
It's a good question. Like, where did they keep their socks here?
There's the pantry.
Hmm.
Okay, if all you have are undead servants, I don't think they need a pantry or socks.
Why would you not need socks?
I mean, it's
about
kind of
having
cold.
Hold on, Ruzid. What about having undead servants nullifies the need for socks?
I mean, I don't wear socks.
Do you have undead
Yeah,
servants?
Well, I'm also not an undead servant, but the point still stands. I don't think undead servants
I don't
wear
think it
socks.
does. You did not address the correlation issue here at all.
Hold up, is the,
Okay,
is
just
the
because
hag
I
undead
don't wear
also?
socks doesn't mean I'm undead. What do you think you are? Huh?
I don't know, but you don't need to take that indifferent attitude with me right now.
Just don't yell while
Ruse
Bryn's sleeping. You're
is
gonna wake
ignoring
him
you indifferently.
All right. So you guys spend about 6 hours resting before the staff begins to shimmer.
I assume you mean coins.
Coin
Staff?
staff. Yep.
Yeah. Coin's taking note of that, and he wants to prepare the staff once it's available too.
Okay.
Specifically,
What would you like to prepare with?
I believe 3 portent die. That's how it works, right?
Nice.
3 for this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Roll
just
'em.
3 of those. Do you roll them right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can choose when to
You have
apply
to
that.
choose to use it before a roll happens.
Great. 2 is
One.
really good. But 19 is really good.
Yo.
Oh.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Guy's a
That-
god at rolling important die.
I'm really
That's-
swinging to the end of the number range there.
That is 2 successful saving throws on the traps we are about to trigger, and
Yeah.
that could very easily save 2 people's lives or
Hell yeah.
equivalent of lives. Stop 2 characters from needing to be re-rolled. Is
Let's hope they're not
ultimately-
hope they're not needed, but happy to use them.
yeah.
Yeah, he will
Alright.
do that around midnight, then get a long rest with everyone else after.
Sure. At 2 a.m., you guys have completed a long rest. Do you guys wish to continue?
Do you mean like wake up and
Yeah.
go back to work? I don't think there's a reason. Although
There's
I
no
guess some of my
difference
things
in
can
here.
be.
Yeah, there's no difference in here between stuff recharges.
Okay. I guess yeah, my some of my items like the wand of identify recharges at dawn. I don't know when dawn happens in the Feywild.
About 6 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, we might just want to wait until magical items recharge.
Everybody else cool with that?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm
Bryn,
seeing
are you
head
making-
nods.
Breakfast?
Oh yeah, I'll cook breakfast for everybody. We've got food in the bag of holding. Let's celebrate. Once I'm up, it's gonna be a few hours before dawn, but I'm excited about the possibilities of the day ahead. And so yeah, we'll make a nice big breakfast for everyone.
So a long rest has occurred.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Want
hit
that
the long rest
confirmation.
button. Yes. Get your long rest done. Hit the button. Confirm that. Get your stuff back.
Yay. Hit the button.
Remove your buffs off your characters.
Yep. Yeah, hinder.
The Hinder Fate allows you to concentrate on a spell, and when you decide to release that spell, not release. When you choose to activate
Yeah.
the spell, you get to prevent a die roll from happening until you release it.
Oh.
So you get to pause time as long as you can concentrate up to a minute.
Okay.
It is
Wonder if
really,
that-
really cool, but it takes some very close paying attention because you have to declare you're pausing the roll before the roll happens.
Since I'm a marshal, would that apply to tattoos if the spell functions with a concentration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a concentration thing.
Gotcha. Nice, nice.
Wait, are you meaning
Thanks.
that you can't cast another spell that requires concentration unless you drop
At the same time. Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really Coin doesn't have any built-in concentration spells, I don't think.
Right.
Actually, I
But
do
if
have
you
guidance technically. But
if you have a haste tattoo, you wouldn't be able to do haste and the Hinder Fate at the same time.
gotcha. Appreciate it. Same to you,
Yep.
bro.
How much tattoo supplies do we have? Do I have? Oh, we have a good amount. I guess I'll do some. Anyone want some
You're not leveled
tattoos?
up yet. You're leveling up at the end of today.
Anyone want some tattoos?
You have to get out of here to hit the milestone.
Mhm.
I would like a session with you, Ruzid, but I don't need another magic tattoo.
Session. What are you looking for? You just want more tattoos that are not magical?
I mean, I love magic tattoos too. It's just that last fight kind of pushed me a little bit closer to MKL's realm than I wanted to be.
I see.
But it can also wait until later.
If
If
you need to do
someone
your
wants to do-
rituals, I'm happy to help.
If you want to put some magic on people, I think that's probably the priority.
Well, you need to ask first.
Could just sneak up on.
I think the surprise wouldn't really last for the amount of hours I need to tattoo them.
What are you cooking for breakfast, Bryn?
That depends. I'm not sure what we have. The bag of holding just as food supplies. And so I think just with staples, we could really go for some eggs, but we probably don't have any fresh eggs. So we're probably doing just sort of maybe pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we definitely have. Oh no, don't you need eggs for pancakes? Crap. Just. Ugh. So. Maybe just sort of like pastries with sausages. As close as we can get to a good breakfast, without any perishable ingredients. So
Okay.
I'll try and whip something up out of some like bread, and we probably have mainly like bread and salted meat and preserved vegetables.
Okay.
And then the staples of like flour and sugar. So.
Hey, we have a lot of peeps. So.
Oh yeah. I'll experiment with controlling water to try and soften the peeps. Like maybe re-steam them and see if that.
They dissolve the
Yeah.
moment they touch them to water.
Terrible.
Okay. Well, we'll try.
Don't
We'll try
ruin
something
perfectly
else
good
then.
peeps.
Not all of them. We're here to
steamed
resell
peeps.
some of these.
Freshly re-softened peeps for breakfast, everybody. That's what you're getting. 'Cause
Oh my
that's what we
God.
have. Steamed peeps.
Hey, good morning in the Fey realm, everyone. We have blended donuts. We have leftover frosting from a cake. And reheated melted peeps. Really thought we'd go
For the
all in on the
Hour,
Fey
you guys
stuff.
have disadvantage. For the next hour, you guys have disadvantage on persuasion checks. Just saying.
If anyone needs a drink of water, you can
No, I'm
still
hoping
drink
that was a bit. Don't
Okay.
melt down the peeps. They're extremely valuable. Like that. I'm hoping that was just a bit. Like,
They actually,
it was-
we bought them to resell them. You can have some, but leave a couple.
It was
You can have
intended to
one.
be genuine, but if the character wants to stop me from actually messing with them, then yes.
I think
I mean,
you can try one.
I would definitely stop you from messing with them. They are very valuable.
That is
Like,
so
this is-
good.
Like if you'd like to just eat cash or light it on fire for breakfast, I'd literally rather you do that.
Tasty.
These are top shelf. You're not going to mash them.
I have forgotten the context under which we acquired them.
They were an
They,
investment.
they're like a favored dessert or treat of the denizens of the Feywild. We've used them before already to get information and gain favor from the locals.
Really, I've totally forgotten about that. All right, yeah, okay, keep stay in the bag.
Phew.
Right?
Like this is like being like we are right now. We're the kid in the classroom that has gum with these peeps. I was also going to say you're like this is like being the one in a European nightclub with cigarettes, but I don't know how well that one how widely
It's the same, yeah.
that one lands. But it is a similar feeling.
It's the same. Yeah.
The kid who snuck into class with the tin of Altoids is the better one.
Nice.
All right, so you guys get to dawn. Your items will go ahead and do their recharges.
Nice.
Right, and I think we just have to open up a couple of doors and then so that we can move to the next step.
Coin, that is called a salt shaker.
Well, before we
Yeah, I
open the
suppose
doors,
so.
didn't Brim want to identify that wand thingy
Well,
that was
yeah,
in the
let's
box?
let's find out.
Well,
how many
I mean,
charges
it's all.
we
I
get
figured
back.
that was all part of it, like
Ah,
opening up
crap,
the last
alright.
doors and chests and getting up.
I rolled 2 1s on my recharge, my recharge rolls. So, all right, we get 5 charges back on that, and we get 1 charge back on that. So, yeah, I guess whatever we get 1 identify. If we want to use it, it might be worth. We could keep the staff, just put it away for now.
One
Without
does
trying
seem a
to
bit
mess with it.
more- Yeah. Up to you.
And-
I mean,
I would rather try and identify a trap, and we'll save the magic wand of ice and fire for the next.
but that's also something we can hold on for a sec. Like if Tati rolls a 30 on her investigation, I don't think you will need to.
Yeah, that's true. I'm happy to use the 1 identify charge. However, the rest of the party thinks it is best used. Either way, Saphira, you want to take a crack at that door again?
Hey, if someone can go ahead and melt the ice first.
I think that's
I
Isaac's
can't catch
territory.
breathe fire on it now.
I could probably just put my hand on it, but I'm gonna need like 25 minutes for it to melt.
I mean, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I can transmute spells, so they can all sort of be my territory if I want them to. But I don't want to step in front of anybody else and anything cool they want to do.
I think
I can just play
Ruzid-
cleanup.
I think you and
clear to
Ruzid
go.
are the only ones with fire magic right now. I have prestidigitation, which can light a
And-
small fire torch.
Fire
But
magic's
in terms
fun.
of
Why don't you have some?
Firebolt, I actually forgot Firebolt to learn Hinder Fate, so I no longer have access to fire magic.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, whichever way you want to do. We can both melt the ice. Technically, Isaac's, unless I do transmuted spell, I was going to use a cantrip, and his firebolt is flavored like boiling water. So I won't do it at the same time as Ruzid. Not one we can team up on. So either Ruzid goes or I will go. What would you like, Ruzid?
All right.
You want to cast? You want to burn down a door?
You know what? That could be a good way to start the morning. And
Alright,
Ruz is going to
let me just touch
chuck
Saphira
firebolt
with,
at the door, I guess.
guidance.
I get it up a little closer. It'd be more like a fire dagger sort of thing, where he's just like using the firebolt to kind of melt open.
We're gonna
the
have-
door. I don't
we're
know
gonna
if
have
that's
Kindred
if that's a
Fate
valid
as
usage
well.
of the spell. Yeah. Would that work, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything?
No. Well,
Okay.
yes, you do, because you need to not get in that one.
Sure.
Okay.
Not on that one.
Okay. He melts the ice around the lock.
In a hurry. Because I need to get in there so that
Okay, go.
Take your time. We can melt the ice again if we need to. Don't push
no
yourself.
speed or no speed.
Full speed.
Ice
That's
over.
right. I'm sorry, I forgot who I was talking to for a second.
As you're doing the lock picking, your lock picks ice shut.
She had advantage with me.
She has advantage. So, yep, you'll unlock the first tumbler.
And she had guidance. That was the +2.
Yep. So you unlock the first one, and the lock begins to ice over.
Jump back.
Is it?
Oh, so we just do rounds. Nice, cool.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Riz is gonna repeat
Okay.
this process and then step back.
Okay. New guidance, new advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
You'll succeed a second time. 2 more to go.
Hell yeah.
Keep going.
Do I have time to try again before it ices over?
Nope.
Do we need reason to?
It has to be
You guys can
a
ladder
fire
into
spell
pretty
between
easily.
each attempt.
Oh, it's gonna do it again. Unice it and then step back.
Cool. You have 1 on the guidance. Got it. Cool. That's 3 down. Last one.
You got this.
Repeat this process.
There.
Nice.
You have
So this
unlocked the door.
Easier or harder with it without a dragon breathing down your neck?
I mean, easier, but way cooler to be fighting off a dragon.
Well, I mean, half dragon breathing down your neck. Or, well, I'm not that tall.
I was out of the way, so like it's not. I'm not trying to compare ya.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be compared to that undead dragon.
Anyway, let's go ahead and go inside.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
I probably should have checked if there was another trap or something. Well.
Yeah, please check.
It's a trap.
Oh, I figured we had gotten rid of it. I'm gonna look around, make sure that there's no like obvious floor traps in front of me.
You look around and roll a perception check.
Spider
Also,
wire.
Crystal, do you just want to cast detect traps again?
Yeah,
then-
while Saphira is like looking around, Crystal is literally just going to cast detect traps and make it super obvious where the traps are so that she can call them out for everybody.
Absolutely. Crystal, there's a trap right here in front of Saphira.
Nice.
It spans the entire width of the door. There's a trap here, and here, and here.
When you cast this, are you able to? Is she at least? I know she doesn't know like the exact mechanism of the spell, but is she at least able to know if it's arcane or mechanical? Like, can you at least get that?
Ooh. Let's see here.
Or can
Detect
she
trap.
do like a spell casting ability or a perception check? I didn't see it like anything particular.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually in there.
Yeah,
Let's
find
see here.
traps. Find traps.
So
and
I
spells.
assumed it was like left to your domain as the DM to just sort of see. Is there like a? Could
Yeah,
she do?
let's see.
It says you
do
do learn the general
perception
nature of the
or-
danger.
You learn the general nature of the trap. So,
Yeah, I just didn't know how you-
general nature of the trap. Okay. So, general nature of the trap. This trap is very cold and will freeze someone solid. This trap here is an abduction trap. This trap here is a glue trap, and the trap on this thing over here is a disintegration trap.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, yuck.
Yay.
So we're gonna like run around dispelling each one of these traps or something.
I was about to
I
say. I
think we
mean, I
are.
can. I assume Bryn and I can crank out as many dispel magics as you need.
Yeah.
What if we just
Well, we-
chuck a bunch of rocks in there to set them all off while we're really far away?
We could
That
probably
is
do that
also
with
an
a couple
option.
of them.
Or if we just stepped over the trap.
You're inviting an avalanche by
you're
doing
just
that.
asking for trouble.
I would rather
That's
not.
the guy that wants to throw rocks at traps.
However, teleporting
From a
in
safe
and out,
distance.
teleporting in and out might actually be easy as well.
I mean,
Like,
yes.
You step in, grab some things, put them in
I'm
the
sorry.
bag of holding.
I
Misty
thought
step
that's
out.
what
That's
I
super
said.
easy. That's easy.
I
But I
Well,
want
okay,
to revel. I want
understand
to. I want to revel in the riches,
I mean,
Isaac. I want
I
to
thought
like
you literally
dive
meant
in.
step over, which strikes me as like behind a dice roll, whereas like teleport past is not behind a dice roll. That was the distinction
step
I was.
over into a shadow. I thought that
Okay,
was-
totally. Then if that's what you meant, then yeah, I'm totally separate.
You do
Eric?
that, I'm gonna step away.
Yes. What was the question?
So are all of the traps behind me that are not in there, like, are they all gone? So
They've
this
all
goes
been
on-
sprung. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, except for the ones in the dragon pits. Dragon pits
Oh,
did not
okay.
get sprung.
Okay.
Did we get rid of the throne one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're good at activating
A
traps.
sorcerer sat on it, and then a dragon sat on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first trap is right in front of us. Do we
That
want
was
to?
cold will freeze anybody. Bryn, you want to just you want to flip a coin? Which of us should dispel it?
Well, let's start by throwing a rock through it. I mean, we may
Okay.
whatever we think of the
Oh yeah,
idea.
fair enough.
Uh,
Let's back up and throw
I'm
a rock
backing
there.
up. I'm backing up.
To see what happens.
Crystal and Saphira, you guys want to take a few steps back, and we can toss a rock through it. It's probably an intricate enough trap that it only goes off for alive things going through it, but you never know.
I will also note that, I could. Well, go ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead, Coin.
It's
Coin-
my roll 20 is just frozen, so Crystal steps back 20 feet, although she doesn't look like it right
The trap already sprung on Crystal's roll 20.
now. We are frozen solid.
Yeah. Coin points to the 7 best rocks in the area to throw. He's
Okay.
already
Ready?
taken. He knows where they're at.
There's one over there by Tati. There's a few by you, Isaac.
How long have you been
Coin's
studying the
version of
rocks on the
detect
ground?
traps.
8 hours?
Detect good rock.
You never know. There's like a mineral inside of them. You gotta know where those loose pebbles are.
I'll grab one of the rocks Coin pointed out. And yeet.
All right.
Yeet.
As you throw it through the doorway, you watch as frost wraps around it, and it clatters into the room and shatters.
All
That
right.
was cool.
Did
That was very
the
cool.
rune illuminate when that happened? Or was
Or did
there
not
like
illuminate.
any kind of magical indication of what was happening?
No magical indication of what happened.
Do we want to try throwing another rock and see if the trap has been sprung, or if it has multiple charges or a longer lifetime?
Throw one and then another within 6 seconds?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Right? We'll go find two of the rocks Coin
Get-
mentioned.
Get a couple
Throwing
rocks
away all
and
his
throw
best
them at.
coins.
We'll throw them at 2-second intervals and see which ones get frozen.
Okay. Cool. So, Saphira, you throwing rocks?
2.
All right. Cool. You throw 2 rocks in, one after the other. The first one goes through, ices over, hits the floor, shatters. The second one goes through, ices over, hits the floor, shatters.
You can try
Alright.
curveballing the next one.
Yeah.
I can never quite get the release right on it. I can get to like, I can kind of make it side spin, but can't get the top spin for a proper curveball.
Eric, I'd like to use Misty Step and teleport across the doorway, unless someone else
Okay.
has something going on.
I mean, up to you. I was about to just compare who can do it with the cheapest spell slot.
Yeah,
and
I
go that
was.
way.
My plan was just to warp through the doorway so I can see it, and then because I'm not sure. I don't want to stick my head through the doorway and look up at the ceiling. So I'd rather. I'm just planning to teleport through and then look for signs of a trap. Although you can teleport cheaper than I can, so if you want to, you are welcome to go for it. Actually, I think your perception is much better than mine, so you're more likely to spot it if you.
If we're
Go over.
teleporting, Tati can do it easiest.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and just get rid of the trap, but if you want to teleport, I think Tati should.
Yeah, I was gonna teleport to the other side so that I can find what to dispel magic on, and then do dispel magic.
If when you go through, if something happens on the other side and you can't teleport out, you know what word to yell.
Yeah, I have Hinder Fate up as well. because I know Tati can teleport for free, but I don't think she can disarm the trap.
Well, depends on what kind of trap.
I mean, yeah, she might.
That's true.
Actually,
there's-
let's. Yeah, go ahead.
There's
Go
no
ahead, Tati. I
cost
think you
to
might be
trying
right.
it. Yeah. Do you want to jump across?
Where are you going to,
Uh,
Tati?
I'm gonna wrap myself in shadows and reappear just over here.
Okay. Cool.
And I wait to see if I'm covered in ice.
You are not. You look back at Bryn, Saphira, Crystal, Ruzid, and Coin through the door, and they appear frozen solid to you.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
They
Oh,
are
shit.
not on their end.
Oh shit. Let me.
You good? Are you okay?
Am
Do
I
you
gonna?
need evacuation?
I can. Are they moving?
Bryn,
frozen solid to us.
you hear a high-pitched whine coming through the door. Just and
Tati?
Tati practically is a blur on the other side of the door.
Throw another rock in.
I'm gonna cast around on the floor. I know. I've got I've got my bag of Clearpunk pebbles that I picked up in the last cavern. Let me just chuck them back through the door. I don't want to walk into whatever ice blast they all landed in. I'm gonna
Okay.
chuck back through the door towards them to see if ice is going the other way.
How many are you throwing through?
Just like a small handful, like 10.
10. Awesome. The
There's
people
more
on
barracks?
this side of the door. I need you guys in a straight line from where Tati is. This way. 10 ball bearings come rocketing out of the door. You hear sonic booms go off behind them. I need the three of you to roll dexterity saving throws with a DC of 20.
Who's making deck saves?
Bryn, Saphira, and Crystal.
Oh, great. I'm gonna coward as a coward. I'm gonna use Hinder Fate on myself and
Okay.
delay my deck save. I think Saphira
Awesome.
has a chance in making it, and Crystal's much more durable than I am.
All right.
So I'm gonna use Hinder Fate and then see what happens to the other two.
All right. Saphira, you will dodge all of this, but Crystal, you're going to get hit by ball bearings for a total of 30 damage.
Oh my god.
Ow, ow, ow. Jesus. I said not with the hail. Oh, shit. What's that?
Are
Crystal actually getting shot.
And Tati, from
Yeah.
your point of view, the ball bearings just flew out and gently caressed against her armor.
Tati
Does that
fighting someone in there?
if I can see the ball bearings like arc gently through the air, does that mean I can see the others moving a little bit?
No, they appear to be absolutely paused.
Oh, paused, not iced?
They appear blue and not moving to you.
Shit. But the ball bearings went through.
Yep.
What if it only affects living people, though?
Coin.
Can I ask? Oh, go ahead.
Coin grabs another one of those rocks he was pointing out, and he's going to walk up and softball it, sort of
Okay.
trying to get it to land sort of on the other side.
Sure. Cool. You lob it through the door. Tati,
Yeah.
you see a little stone floating in the air. It's moving a couple inches per second, arcing slowly down. It covers in ice, hits the floor, and shatters slowly.
Is Coin standing in front of the door all of a sudden?
Coin is standing in front of the door, but you watched him slowly move there over the span of about an hour.
I've been here for an hour. Oh God. Oh God. I well,
You can take a short rest, Tati.
can't be wasting time with this.
It's been an hour to her, or it's been an hour to
Yes. It's been an hour to Tati.
Eric, I'm gonna find wherever the ball bearings came from. I'm gonna step to a place that is clearly out of their path, drop into fate, and recast it.
All right. It takes you, from your perspective, just a couple of moments. And yeah, you're fine.
I'm gonna conduct another experiment and grab my boutonniere that I apparently am still carrying on me, toss it through, and then use Druidcraft to cause it to grow.
Oh no. Okay. Any saving throw from Crystal?
Why?
As a flower comes sailing out with a pin on it.
So,
Oh god.
are we trying to
Trying to
kill the
slow-
session?
No, I'm
Awesome.
trying to see if this, whatever this
No,
effect is, only affects living things.
I get that, but at the second time that that turns bad, I'm dispelling that whole situation.
Okay. So it hits Crystal and instantly turns into a series of vines that are going to wrap around you, grow into a entire rose bush, and anchor you to the floor.
I feel like Crystal's gonna just brought me flowers. Thanks. Maybe
I
not
say-
the bush though.
You are now completely wrapped in an entire rose bush, complete with thorns, flowers, everything. Isaac, what are you dispelling?
This icy barrier that seems to be affecting everything passing through it. And
All
on the
right.
other side.
Cool. I need you to roll your spellcasting modifier to attempt to dispel that. Because this is a DC 19.
Okay. Can I have given myself guidance on this?
Absolutely.
It actually rolled it already because it thinks I'm still blessed, but I will just use magical guidance to re-roll this in
Sure.
hopes that I don't have to spend another spell slot, which I am also willing to do.
Sure.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Tati, all of a sudden, for just a moment, you look and that everyone moves into positions real quick, and you have 6 seconds to talk to each other.
Are you
We
guys
good,
okay?
Tati?
Are you
Hi,
getting
Eric.
attacked?
What's going
I'm not
on?
Did you throw a
talking
bush
to
at me?
anybody. I'm dispelling magic again.
And it freezes up again.
Wait, before it does, I was saying
Yeah.
I'm not talking during that time. I'm casting Dispel Magic again.
You're casting Dispel and Magic again. Okay, cool. Roll another check.
This time it's on the Disintegrate thing that seems to be that Bryn said was inside.
Okay,
The
the disintegrate
disintegrate
is
thing's
on this one over here.
Incinerate's over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then which one did Crystal? And it was Crystal actually. Which one?
This is a
would-
glue trap?
Oh,
That's-
never mind.
Okay.
Can I hang on? Am I able to see this? Is this
How
the
much movement do
Disintegrate?
you have? How much movement do you have in 6 seconds?
Well, I will just burn a sorcery point to teleport this to make it
Okay,
happen.
cool.
Is this the Disintegrate here?
Yes.
Okay, then that is what I will be dispelling.
All right, cool. Let me get disintegrate. Disintegrate. Disintegrate is a
It's a 6th level spell.
6th level spell. So
Yeah, and I didn't feel like spending my 6th level slot, so I'm gonna just try to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yep. DC 16. You got there. The disintegrate
There we
goes away. And Tati, you hear a crackle from over here, and all motion on the other side of the door stops. For just a second, Isaac, you were able to hear Tati normally, and then it returns to.
But Tati was able to see that we weren't during that time too, that we weren't
Yep.
actually frozen and that we were
Correct.
fine and great.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna look around real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap myself in shadows and pop back so gingerly. Over
Okay.
here, next to Ruzid.
All right. There is no animation for you guys, as you guys are used to Tati swirling into existence. Tati's just there. Bam.
You guys are okay?
Hi.
Crystal is currently wrapped up in an entire rose bush.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Chris,
were
what
you were
happened to you?
Most
Can I
of us
still
are.
were you trying to kill people, or
You are
was that
currently
an
anchored to the
accident?
ground. You are restrained by a giant rose bush. It's like you sat there for about 10 years and got wrapped up in roses.
Was there any chance that I was hoping that since the thing that made that magical was the barrier, that in the 6 seconds where the barrier was dispelled, that was also dispelled and she could walk out of it? Is that not true?
I
That not
didn't want to
True.
test it.
Yeah, out of character, what has happened, as you guys can probably figure out, is Tati cast Druidcraft about 150 times on that one thing. And it has formed an entire plant around Crystal and anchored itself to the ground.
Huh.
I have spent more than an hour trying to break you guys out of a frozen spell.
What are you
No,
talking
How did
we
you
about?
guys
weren't
get out?
frozen. You were just moving really fast.
It's been like 3 minutes.
I think time passes differently on either side of the barrier. And while Isaac appears to, we may have been able to dispel the. Have we dispelled the ice trap, or
Not
is
taking
that
back.
also? Yeah, because we can delay the time barrier. But I'm.
Well, I mean, I don't know that we even need to. Like, somebody goes in, spends an
Okay.
hour or two loading up a bag of holding, comes out. It's 5 minutes for the rest of us. We get out of here.
Okay. I mean,
like
the
that
disintegrate
idea.
trap was the really nasty one. So if somebody wants to be the infiltrator, we can load them up with guidance, bardic inspiration, maybe bless as well, and then they can just go for it.
The disintegrate trap? I think that kind of exploded while I was in there. Or
Yeah, that
Is
one's
that-
gone. Isaac
Got it.
took care of that one, but I think if the only other trap is a glue trap.
no, there's another one in the north that's an abduction trap.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nasty.
That's an ideal.
Crystal's gonna be
Well-
blindly throwing roses still on their stems at whoever is standing over here. Hey!
Did you are you okay? Are there thorns?
It's oh yes.
Can you
see-
teleport her out of there?
Why-
It seems rude to just like get rid of
I
it.
had a silver piece for every time I saw someone get in this situation.
We can pick the roses when I get out, but Jesus.
So
I don't know.
mean,
It's a good look for you, Crystal.
if we're gonna have someone loot that whole room as fast as they can, then we probably want the most deaf person in the party here. I mean, I can take a beating. I can go and like probably not deal with that disintegrate spell just by walking into it. But like,
I would submit that the options are still Tati or me. Tati will
agree
be
with
much
that.
better at. Go ahead.
I think we send both of
Agreed.
you in. I think you to disarm the last trap, and then Tati to just run around and grab everything, because you can both teleport for cheaply. So I think there's no reason why we shouldn't have both of you go in.
It seems
and
riskier
then-
to only send one. Like, why not just have a backup plan?
Yeah. I'll cast. We have not set this up yet. I'm gonna spend a 5th level spell slot and cast Rary's telepathic, so that we can. We should have done this before the first person went over, but I just.
As soon as
forgot.
Aaron does that,
actually,
you-
please don't do that. No. Do not. Include
No,
us in that.
don't do it.
An
No,
hour
if time is
pass.
passing differently, then
They'll disconnect
we're
from
not
the
going to be
call.
able to communicate. We're just going to hear like extremely
Here.
quick, indecipherable stuff, and you're just going to hear a blaring like.
Well, but it's
Will.
you
But-
don't
Like,
have to communicate if you don't want to. You can use it to send a distress call if you need to, and then
But-
I can dimension door.
Take
and
Bryn, the
use
spell-
one instead.
for you to hear
Bryn,
it.
the spell only lasts for an hour, and an hour passes really, really quickly in there.
Well,
well,
no,
how about
I
this?
can. I
You
can
put it-
maintain concentration on it for an hour. So I think for the people inside, it will last
When
much
you get
longer.
when you get blasted by like an insane amount of thoughts at once, though, it would probably hurt your head.
No, there's a simple solution here, guys.
Okay.
Everyone inside, you just talk really fast, and out here, we'll talk really slow.
No, it's the other way around,
I
Coin.
think it's the other way around.
No, I'm not. I will not be a part of the telepathic bond. But thank you so much.
Okay.
Tati and I will head inside with the bag of holding, and we'll get this all packed up for you.
I'm telling you, Bryn, if you turn on that telepathic bond on them when they go in there, it's gonna be like a spam bot in the Discord server. I'm being real with you.
Okay. You don't. It doesn't read your mind.
We're gonna
it's
have to
fine.
call Discord Trust and Safety. That's what I'm trying to say.
Look, the point has been made. My point is that it's not. It doesn't record all of your thoughts and send them to everyone. You can choose. You choose whether to say something, and so the intent
Sure.
was that they say nothing and then just like imagine like a siren if they're in trouble. But we don't have to do it. I'll give bardic inspiration. I'll give bardic inspiration to Tati and Isaac. I don't know whether the 10 minutes will be measured by your timeline or by my timeline. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one. I'd imagine the bardic inspiration stays with you, and so you remain inspired until you have experienced 10 minutes go by. And
Find
then,
out for science.
yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, they're just lost, but that's fine. And then we can also try and cast. You guys both have guidance. You have the ability to cast guidance, but Crystal, do you want to try blessing them? Because it might last.
I'm full of bless. As soon as you get me out of this bush.
All right. Point made. I will cast Vortex Warp at second level and just get Crystal out of the the
Where are
mess
you
of
putting her?
plants.
There.
I'm just down on the ground.
Crystal has like sticks and like rose petals, and she's like all scratched up, like all over her. She's fully,
Oh,
but
no.
she smells really good, so that at least is a plus.
Is that
and
a sling wound? Did someone hit you with a sling bullet?
You did.
Crystal just like glares at Tati and like pulls out one of the embedded like nuts and bolts and just like hands it to her. I think you're
That's my
missing
ball
some of
bearing.
these.
You found my marbles.
Crystal forgot to duck.
All right.
Well, I'll bless you guys too going in.
It's hard to dodge a bullet.
Well,
So we
what's
are
that?
the last-
What was
It's a small
exist in
rock that you put in a
Toivoa?
sling.
Like, aren't there like rare
Uh,
guns? I don't remember.
You guys have never seen one.
Oh, we have never seen one. Okay.
We know that firearms exist, but it's very difficult to manufacture ammunition.
All right. So Crystal casts Bless on Tati and who else?
Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac's also going.
Isaac. Okay.
She'll just bless herself because that's free. So.
Cool. All right. Cool. So what's the steps?
All right, Tati, let's go inside.
Cool. Tati teleports in and Bless fades off of Tati.
Is there like a visual aspect to being blessed? Does Crystal have like a
Crystal,
little
do you have an
glitter
animation for
effect?
Bless?
Oh, it changes, I think, with the circumstances, and so you guys have been showered with the sticks and flowers of being in the rose bush, and that is her blessing.
All my rosebush stuff went away.
It's like a little crown. Like, it looks cute. It's like a crown. You get a little crown.
It looked super cute until I got into this vault.
Isaac,
Isaac will also teleport inside.
Okay.
I'll burn a sorcery point to do so.
Okay. Does that hit
and-
Bryn as you leave?
Does what hit Bren?
You teleport, or is that where you
no,
land?
I'll have it go off when I land, and so I'll land like far enough away from stuff that it doesn't matter.
Okay. Outside, you guys hear the loud crack of thunder, but it's just like a gunshot, not a rolling thunder at all.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's a gunshot. Interesting.
Isaac, bless fades
yeah.
off of you.
From our perspective, has Crystal concentrated on bless for a full minute?
From your perspective, Crystal just cast bless a moment ago, and she is still blessed.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right, because she's okay. Yeah, this spell wasn't off.
While they're researching that on that side, can Tati and I get items and start looting the place?
Yeah.
Is this glue trap magical, by the way?
You don't know that yet.
I'll do
well,
an
but I
investigation check around it.
Sure, roll your
For a
investigation check.
mechanism.
I thought we asked Crystal a moment ago.
And for the record, you guys get 100 rounds for every round that the people outside have. With the 31, Tati, you are able to find the various mechanisms for the glue trap. You actually now get a +5 to disarm it. And it is a DC 15.
Oh, that would have been nasty for sure. I bet that's not even regular glue.
It is not. It is sovereign glue.
Yep, let me just scoot around here and disarm this.
It's going to be to 15. Don't miss by more
I'll
than
give you
5.
guidance.
Okay, guidance. Awesome, cool. You successfully disarmed the glue trap.
Cool. All right. And then just for good measure, sniff around the rest of this, looking for additional traps or like little pointy thing, like bad stuff that would happen if I tried to open this.
Okay.
This is a
you
chest.
look around. It is a chest, yes, a large trunk. Okay, you don't see anything out of the ordinary with it. That was the one trap.
I thought there was
Did
this
I-
up here.
It is another trap. But with this 32 sleight of hand check to disarm this trap, can I have rescued the glue?
Go ahead and add 4 vials of sovereign glue to your character sheet.
Score.
Nice.
Nice.
Amazing.
And yeah, 4 vials is enough to coat everyone around the trunk.
4 vials
in
is enough
glue.
to like change the course of history. Like Tati, you could like
I know what I'm getting Saphira for
that's
Christmas.
awesome. Yeah, right.
Oh, a train wreck Christmas.
Do
What a
not
good
give
episode.
Saphira the stolen glue. Oh my
Alright.
god.
We all go to bed and the Saphira glues us all to the floor during the night.
I would never
And
do
takes
that
the
on
boat.
purpose.
Hey, you guys know how she left the last crew.
Stuck to the ship she sank.
Well,
That's
let's
a
load up
bad
as
way
much
to
as we
go.
can into the bag of holding. I bring it
All
over
right.
to Tati.
Cool. You guys cram in a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, a whole bunch of things. And we will go ahead and list those for you here. As far as the stuff in the large pile over there, the large pile is this stuff here. And I'm going to go ahead and
It looks very shiny.
a large pile of iced over goods. And I'm going to send this to you guys.
How do I get it? It's
Do you guys want to share this with the party, or do you want to keep this to yourselves for the time being?
I mean, you can just put it in the chat.
Okay. So the stuff in that big pile of goods is that.
Ooh.
Ooh, boy.
Hey, check out this star sapphire.
Diamond's nice. That's going to be useful for various spellcasting.
Yeah.
Um,
Just
Holy
shovel that
gems.
stuff in.
Holy gems.
and then there's we've got these tables, and then I'm sorry, did we recall the nature of this one?
Yeah,
It is
that's
an abduction trap.
It must be. There's stuff on the table that it's protecting, right?
It's a trunk, but yeah, there's stuff inside. You would think.
Did
Yeah,
we look
bye.
inside this chest?
You have not looked inside the chest yet.
I would like to open this chest and look inside it.
All right. Inside the chest, you see a shield, a bottle, a bracer, and what looks like a 12-sided die.
Which of
Roll in
these
the bag.
look like an armor time lock thing?
Oh, we already have that. That was on the hag's body.
Yeah, we've already found that part.
Now, why are we in here? I mean,
Well, all the money we just found.
This is a
I mean,
victory
yeah,
lap,
that's,
Tati.
that's cool, I guess.
We just picked up 20 grand in gold, platinum, and gems,
Yeah.
and other magic items.
It's not like we needed it.
That's
Did
coin.
it-
But
Coin
we just
will
throw all
come in
the items that you mentioned, like the potion and things like that. Can we throw that all in the bag of holding?
Should be fine.
Could all fit.
Great. I cast a spell magic on this abduction trap. Bye bye, abduction trap.
It does not go away. It's
So,
not magical
there's
in nature.
Let me.
Oh, by
like,
abduct. What did you mean?
let's find out.
Abduct.
Is it like a
It's
trap
like
in the
what, like-
woods, like a rope?
It's
net?
gonna bring you
right?
down
That's what-
go through a slide.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
let's
it
sneak
might
up
be
on
a
this thing
slide
and
that-
see what it's about.
Drops you on the dragon, the dragon nests,
I
which
know
we know
what
are
it
also
Have
trapped.
that lever.
All right, Tati, what you doing?
lever.
Investigate.
Okay, from where you're standing?
Yeah, I wanted to approach it like low
Sure.
and like see
Sure.
what's going on underneath it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So,
investigate
and-
all the shit.
okay, I need you to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw as you did step forward next to it.
Okay,
And it is a DC 20.
let's see how that goes.
Sure. Awesome.
Oh,
Isaac, you watch with a smile or gasp. I'm curious as to your response. But a large claw reaches up out of the chest, snaps around where Tati had been, and pulls forcibly down into the chest. The chest
Oh.
snaps shut, and you hear a grinding.
Oh,
Oh
Found it.
God!
Like
I
mimic
found-
style?
damn.
Like paper shredder style.
Right, no, not the sound, but the act. Like the claw looked physical. It looked
Yes.
like it was a physical part of the chest.
Yes, it's a large metal claw, like a claw game. Yes.
I figured out what it was.
I don't like that at all.
You want me to just like lodge something in its fist when it tries to grab again, and then see if there's anything else inside?
This
It kind of
is a
sounds like anything that in there might not be in one piece anymore.
It does sound like that.
Is there like a chute for all of the paper shreds to go in?
That's hard to tell at the moment.
I was looking down real low to see if it like
Yeah, roll your investigation. That's fine.
pooped out anything.
Yeah, and I have an idea to try and like pry it open in a safe way. Depending on how yours goes.
There does seem to be a bin underneath it.
Interesting.
Can
Can I use a mundane item to drag the bin out?
The trunk is on top of the bin. The bin's not. It's not
Is
removable
that like
without.
a little drawer that I can take?
No, it's not a little drawer. No,
But it looks like it has stuff in it, and that if somebody lifted the
it's not
Yeah.
translucent or transparent. You'd have to actually get into it
But-
to look.
Okay, but so second half. But does it look like you'd have to get into it by prying the chest open, or by lifting the trunk?
By lifting
up?
the trap off of it. Yeah.
Great. That's exactly what I'm going to do then.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to use an arcane hand to pick it up.
All right. How much can it lift?
It has a strength score of 26. So can I do an athletics check with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a moment. I don't know if the 16 will do it, but I mean, I can always. I mean, we're just hanging out here. We've got 10 rounds. I can try again.
this crowbar that's supposed to give you advantage on doing that stuff.
Oh,
Can I hand the crowbar
great.
over
Love
to the
that.
giant hand?
I mean, I didn't want you to, go to the hand. Awesome. Oh, that would be cool. Yes. Can the hand use a crowbar?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try again.
Oh, it got worse.
It's okay.
Okay.
According to the rules, your strength score is multiplied by 15 to find out how much you can lift. So with a 26, you can easily lift this trap off.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
What would you like to do with it?
Well, I guess that depends on. For right now, I'm just gonna hold it in midair until we see what's underneath.
Okay.
Can I?
Is the bin like
drag
underneath it? Does
a
it
bin
look?
bin?
The bin is open underneath it now that you've lifted up off the top.
Excellent. What?
Yep. Let me go look at that bin.
Okay. The trap fires. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Well, can I ask about and it's fine if not, but I'm hoping to at least. I was hoping to at least give a disadvantage. Like I'm imagining the mechanics of a chest that has to open to do that.
We'll give
And I was trying to grab
her
it
advantage
by
on
my
it.
hand.
Yeah.
in such a way that, like,
I thought the trap
Like
was in
held
the
it
trunk,
closed.
and the trunk was being lifted up in the air. So if the thing is if the thing is mechanical and reaches out to grab somebody, wouldn't it just grab empty air because it's way above Tati's head?
We'll find out.
I don't know
Tati, can you roll your save? With the 22, you dodge the trap, and you can look down into the bin.
What's in the bin?
In the bin, you will see a pair of very shiny green gauntlets. You will see a wand and a staff. Sorry, not a wand, just a staff. It's a staff and a pair of very fancy green gauntlets.
Do they look like they're in one piece?
Yes.
Can I use the crowbar to hook the bin and drag it over to me?
Sure.
And just drag it all the way back over here.
Okay. Cool.
I found some gloves and a staff, Isaac.
Love it. And I hold out the bag of holding, and I hold it open. It's starting to look like Santa's giant bag, but
Let's just shovel that stuff in the bag too.
excellent. Can I just do a look around the room to see if it looks like we missed anything? Can I just do a perception check as I glance around the room?
Absolutely.
Guidancing myself as well. Oh, actually, magical guidancing with the sorcery point. Yeah, fuck that. So 28.
Okay. Yeah, this round object over here has a seam around the middle of it. It is a round chest.
Oh, cool.
Oh, perfect. Let's dive into that shit. I thought that was included in when you were talking about the cash that got picked up. I thought that was basically just, and that was my bad, but I thought that was just everything west of this area. I thought that was just this whole box. So let's dive into the chest.
Sure. Inside, you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Inside, you see one very fancy potion.
And in the bag of holding it goes.
Okay.
Does this little bit of cave look like it? It looks like all the snow and ice came from this direction.
Is that? I don't.
It does not.
I can't
It
tell.
looks like the rocks and gold were thrown into that corner.
Oh, never mind. It looks like the back of the closet. That's all that's in there.
And just for the record, the potion that you guys are looking at looks like that.
Oh my.
Okay.
That's not
That's
upsetting
That's
at
gonna
all.
be.
That looks incredible.
Suddenly, I am glad that it is us here in this moment.
Hags are just the worst. Aren't they?
Us here in this moment.
Let's toss it in the bag of holding. I mean, assuming it has a stopper on it.
It does.
Yeah, that
We
Or no.
we wrap it in bubble wrap and put it in there.
Cool. All right. If that looks like that was the last thing that we had missed, I will look at Tati. Like, if you're ready, let's teleport back out.
Yeah. I'm out.
All right.
All right, Sam.
You guys teleport out.
Everyone's gathered around the door. Make a space, guys.
Now.
I want to
They
throw more
can't
rocks.
hear you. You just appear.
It's not like we had time to get out of the way. I mean,
From
just
you guys'
sit there and,
perspective, they were in there
back
for
out.
no more than 3 seconds.
And that was
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Well, turns out there wasn't really anything in there. Bit of a bummer. Anyways.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, no, that's bullshit. I saw some stuff through the door.
I mean, Isaac's barely even like he's faux joking. Like, yeah, he's very clear that he tosses the bag of holding to Corn.
And Ruzid's dead serious.
Catches it.
That is, yes. That sounds about right. So he tosses the bag of holding to Coin
All right.
with a bunch of stuff in it, as per like I assume Eric, can you did
Has it been
somebody catch
updated?
the list of
Coin, let me look,
staff?
let me look.
I assume if you have it, can you copy, or maybe you have it listed as the actual items and can't copy and paste, but like,
You're
are
right.
you able to do it
I
like
can
the
give you a
cache?
synopsis. One sec.
Okay, I'll write
Give
them.
you a synopsis.
I can edit this straight into the bag of holding if nobody else is in it right now while he talks. Does that work?
Yeah,
That's
go for
fine
it.
with me. Up to you.
Alright.
Let me see, Coin. I want to see the stuff.
Hold
So
on.
here's-
Isaac's editing it.
What's this? There you go.
Hold on, Isaac's editing it.
Oh, and
I'm gonna create there isn't a section for unidentified stuff, so I feel like I'm going to make one.
Realistically, Coin
That's
would be
smart.
holding
Because
it open.
I mean, hopefully it's a
and
very temporary section, and then we just
Yeah.
all right.
So what one thing do we want to try to identify here, Ren?
Up to you guys. What is the most enticing?
I think the thing that says you can control dragons is probably the most important, but I'm
Yeah,
biased.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Green
That's fair.
gloves.
I was also looking at those green gloves going.
My current gloves are terrible. Did you find any blue gloves in there? Green's not really my color.
Green's
I
my
did
color,
find
but I don't
a
wear
lot
gloves.
of gems. Like you could encrust green gloves in blue gems.
How about red? Like
Red
burgundy.
gloves or red gems.
Either. I guess.
So there's a staff and a wand that are both unidentified, right?
Well, and have we gotten that wand from the other chest on the other side of the room?
that's
I
the
thought it
one in
was-
question.
That's the one you're talking. But I was just clarifying. Is it still in that? Did we get it from the chest, or is it still in that chest that auto?
Still in the
closes?
chest. Nobody has moved it or touched it.
Right. So we have to actually. I think
Well,
next and
Okay.
last up is to get possession of that before we head out.
For sure have possession of. It's my new friend.
Wait, there's just a die in here?
What type
not
of
just.
the chest that was holding that wand
Tati
and
has
that kept closing? Like, do you want to try and break into it now, Tati, or are you good to just head out and we'll do that on the road?
Oh, breaking into it is a overly dramatic word for opening it.
Sure.
Like, we can for sure open it, yeah, if you want.
Not.
We've already
uh,
unlocked the lock, and it's just.
I mean, we
a
already
little
looked inside of it. It
assertive
is-
about shutting. So like.
Got it. I mean, yeah. If we can just snatch it out real quick, when it's next open, then Bryn can identify. If
we
that's
really
the one.
I don't know if we want to
also be
touch the
careful
thing.
about the. Yeah, you should be careful about like the swirling magical effects around it.
Well, I mean, sure, but it's up to Bryn because my thought is that if you stick the wand in there, that chest closes, your wand is broken. So
Oh, that's an excellent
Right,
point.
right. We should probably have someone take a look at the effects, make sure that that's not going to be too difficult before we get the wand out of there, or put a wand in there.
So by break into it, I did mean make it stop it from doing that snap close thing, to be clear.
Can I just hold it open while they
I can-
identify it?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like
Right.
it was assertive, but I didn't get the sense that it would like destroy anything on its way.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Yeah. All right.
Right.
I can hold it open.
Cool.
Well, it's in Tati's hands.
Where are the rest of you going?
I don't know.
I guess, I don't know, Brim walked over here. He's the one with the wand.
Did you want to sit on the carpet? It's like one of the warmer places in this room. Nope. All right.
Doesn't matter to me.
I don't think it's yet.
All right. I am. Here you go. Ruse it.
Okay. Ruzi kind of like opens the boxes as they're kind of presenting the wand to Bryn.
All right.
They're making her to hold it open.
I'd like to prod it with my wand of Identify and cast Identify on it.
Awesome. Here you go. I'm glad you worded it the way you did. Here you go, Bryn.
Wand of Draconic Domination. This crooked and gnarled wand is made of the ancient bones of a gold dragon named Tiberius.
Oh.
Should the ruined and carved surface of the wand be touched, it will cause anyone not immune to fire damage to instantly burst into flames and be consumed by dragonfire, instantly killing the person who touches it and reducing them to a single cinder that will last no more than 1 minute. The wand holds up to 6 charges and recharges 1d6 minus 1 charges at dawn each day. While holding the wand as a bonus action, you can point the wand at a dragon of your choice within 500 feet and cast Dominate Monster, Wisdom save DC 20, requiring no concentration. Creatures shape changed into a dragon cannot, while dominated in this fashion, return to their normal form by any means except by means of a wish spell. Should the dragon die while under domination, they're reduced to cinder. The wand is volatile and can be targeted directly. It is an AC of 20 and 100 hit points. When struck, it releases a fireball. Dex save DC 15 for 86 fire damage. So yeah, that literally is what it does. Is you can cast Dominate Monster on dragons.
But you need to be immune to fire damage to use it.
To touch it. You can theoretically hold it. It doesn't actually require attunement, so anybody could just pick it up and.
Pro tip for Bryn: next time when you get 6th level spells, take Investiture of Flame.
Really?
Yeah, makes you immune to fire damage.
Okay. Is it worth learning it? You can only cast it Dominate Monster on dragons, which is not bad. Unless we're planning
you can
the entire.
Also make a dragon that way.
Is there any way we can turn stuff into dragons?
Since it says it, there must be a way.
That sounds kind of hard.
Yeah, I agree with Isaac. I think, I guess in a dragon fight, it's useful because you can just spam Dominate Monster and to burn through legendary resistances. And we do know that our big bad evil guy is a dragon. So we could hold on to it and try and figure out a way for somebody to gain immunity to fire damage. It would be an interesting. It's worth thinking about what to do with it. But I think now we leave it in the box and we put the box in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, if it's safe.
Yeah, I've changed my mind now that Zach has pointed out Investiture of Flame. We should just buy a 6th level spell scroll of that, give it to Roosted, and say go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
Any plan that says Ruse and go nuts is
So
gonna
I
be
should
a
probably
fire.
make sure to pick it up and then like put it down at the end of each round. Otherwise, if I get dispelled, I'll instantly die.
That's smart.
But that's just details.
Yeah, it's and also if you're wearing gloves. Then,
Wait, also, can we use it as a projectile? Like, what if I chuck it at someone and it hits them? They're instantly dead.
You're right.
Wait
You're
a second.
absolutely right.
Do they have to hold it or just be contact?
I mean, it is.
according-
Listen. It is true, Zach, that if you give the leader of a terrorist organization a nuclear weapon, he will probably die from radiation poisoning. But what else have you done, Zach? What else?
Ruzi kind of just smiles in this kind of like smug sort of smile. Probably a smile his mother would make, and kind of puts his hands together and is like, I think I have a plan for this thing.
We could make a crossbow that with one shot that it says should the runed and carved surface of the wand be touched, it will cause anyone not immune to fire damage to instantly burst into flames and be consumed by dragon fire, instantly killing the person who touches it. So this suggests that
It doesn't have to be willing. They just have to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine any
yeah.
worst case scenario happening with this plan. None.
Nuclear.
It's foolproof from the top down.
Trainwreck approved.
Trainwreck approved.
We just need an artificer who knows catapult.
Well, no matter how foolproof something is, they can be the better fool than that.
All right. Tati, please close the box. I don't feel comfortable looking at this thing.
Ruse, is the box biting you?
No.
Alright. Yeah, let's close it then.
Ruzi closes it.
It
Should I-
snaps shut.
Put like a better lock on it, maybe? I
Better
don't have
lock.
one. I just thought maybe I could glue it shut.
I don't know. If we're desperate, we could try to maybe use a mage hand to pick it up and like throw it at someone. I don't know.
I mean, yes, Mage Hand, you're not allowed to use Mage Hand to make an attack, but you don't have to actually get past someone's defenses. With this, you don't have to like stab them through their armor. You just have to touch them. So, yes, this is definitely very strong in multiple different ways. And we can definitely think about what is the best way to use this.
What about the scenario where we...
Ruse it.
There's got to be a scenario where we fling this at someone who is unaffected by the runes, and then they just pick it up and decide what to do with it from there.
I mean, I'm only half dragon. It doesn't say half dragons are controlled.
So you'd only be half controlled.
Well, that would be weird, wouldn't it? But what? My right arm is punching me in the face while my left arm's trying to block it? Like what? What does half
So your
controlled mean?
action
Stop
is used,
hitting
but your
yourself.
reaction
Stop
isn't?
hitting yourself.
Ruzi kind of like fakes it, like they're like punching themselves, but not actually.
I think you'd just be like
Stop hitting myself.
maybe you just like go indecisive and start running in circles, swinging wildly.
Alright. Well, I think we're done here, gang. We have all the loot that we could find, as well as the treasure we came for. And
Yeah.
I think we can head out.
You see right there? That's where I would put a desk.
Right there.
Right there. Alright, we're good.
I'm glad you felt you need to mention that.
I just didn't bring it up
A
early.
little more light in your office space.
We killed that guy before I could really point it out to him. And I
Well,
just...
couldn't you use that wand as a light in your office space? It does glow.
Coin points at the glowing coin in his mouth. I think I'm probably covered with light for now.
That does look pretty cool. I have to admit.
What is it?
It's a coin. I haven't gotten to mint it yet, alright?
Alright.
Okay.
So, have you guys thought about where we should go next?
Well, we got two options, right?
We can go to the depths or the dark forest, I think, are our options.
I mean, technically, we have to get off this mountain before anything. But
Okay, but when we leave the mountain, we should have a plan of where we're going instead of wandering aimlessly.
I'm privy to a forest, but I'm all ears.
Oh, I thought you were going to be into the ocean.
Wait, what's the
Maybe
other one?
he's a tree frog type.
If you guys have not
Yoshi.
seen this in
Definitely
Discord, they are in the journal for you.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe one of his ancestors is like a tree frog. Maybe he wants to get in touch with him.
I have many a frog within me.
Wait, did you?
I feel like Crystal leans over and
You
is
made
like,
it
what
sound
does
so
that mean?
ominous.
Oh no.
I'm kind of like a mutt in the Grung Kingdom.
Oh. Where is the Grung Kingdom?
Have you assembled all 4 types of grungs?
Well, they didn't really stick around, is the thing. We call it, where do you think the Toad Sea got its name from?
I thought you gave it its name when you wrote it down on a map.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where do you think I got the name from?
Sea toad? I don't know. Sea toads.
Is that where the Grun Kingdom is? It's in the Toad Sea.
You guys are so close. You're just inches away from understanding.
I think you
I
should
mean-
do a geography lesson later.
I'll draw the map out of where they used to settle.
Used to. Why they
Was
stopped
that-
selling.
Proper,
kind-
like, kingdom?
My family fights over resources a lot. They started to dwindle. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Empires can be hard to maintain. That's historically proven.
Empire. Putting a lot of
Sorry,
icing on
kingdom.
that cake, Tati.
I'm sorry, kingdom.
If you keep puffing him up, he's gonna start calling himself the Prince of the Empire or something.
Prince. Don't lowball me.
He did
Eh.
name the Toad Sea.
I thought if anyone's royalty here, it's Crystal.
Crystal looks uncomfortable.
We just all look at Crystal.
I mean, we've all heard murmurs about it, but no one actually knows the details.
So, about that Toad Sea, you said that the Grung Kingdom lies underneath it.
I won't push you any
We're
further.
about 6 feet underneath it. I don't think that's.
God damn it.
I'm interested in the sea that we have to go to, but it's a dark sea, and I need glasses. I guess the glasses might help me see in the dark sea. Huh. It depends on how murky these waters are, really.
I think the forest is also dark.
Yeah, but there's less water pressure there.
That is probably true. I don't know how we would combat water pressure.
Believe it or not, I'm more mobile jumping tree to tree than I am swimming 200
See, I
feet
knew it. He
below
is a
the
tree
sea.
frog at heart.
I'm like 20% free frog, all right?
More than 0.
Hey, but what percent luck are you though?
100%.
101%, 107%.
Oh, so that doesn't leave us room
Geography,
for the
not math,
concentrated
that's what
power
you
of will or the rest of it.
So I think we're gonna follow Felix Autumnleaf and go loot the treasures from the creepy dark forest.
Sounds creepy.
Yeah.
And I'm down.
All right. Which direction is that from here?
Probably not in this cave, so why don't we start not being in this cave?
Really cold
I
in
mean,
here,
okay.
too.
It is really cold in here.
Do you think we should, feed the fish?
No.
Feed them what exactly?
I don't know,
Do we need to move our tokens?
Wait,
or can we
actually,
just say
before
we're
we
leaving?
go, do we want to check the dragon's nest We never looked. They're up there. And he points up to the left and right.
Crystal bats Ruzin's hand away. No, we don't.
Why not?
Well, I
bet
don't
there's
think they
treasure
got
there.
to keep their treasure. I'm pretty sure.
I guess you're probably right. I guess you're actually totally right.
What if we like mage hand whatever's over there here? We don't have to walk over there.
Can I offer Bryn a hand?
Yes, please. Let's go nice and slow across the.
Coin
Can I
lets
also
go of the rope a
collect up-
little. He's just walking down the middle.
I
Sure.
would like to collect up my rope before I leave.
Okay, cool. We will collect the rope, and you guys will make your way out. So as you leave this chamber, you guys will make your way out of the cave and out to the side of the mountain.
I'm gonna unroll this carpet I've been carrying around on my back. Real big.
We still don't know which way to go.
This is correct also. I have these letters. I was trying to review them as we were walking out, but honestly, Felix's handwriting was just a little difficult for me.
Facts.
Very condensed writer.
Got
I
loopy.
feel like he was
loops.
rushed is what was happening a lot. Like he just didn't do his full letter because he was on his way out. It's on the Shantara Island. Does that ring a bell for anyone else?
Does
Not
that ring
for
a bell
me.
for me?
How many of you have been in the Fey Realms before?
Never.
Never.
Nada.
There you go.
A room.
I mean, I am Faye. Does that count?
No.
We do have a Stone of Chronicles, we have Legend Lore, and we have all the stories that we collected before we came over.
There you go. Those are ways you can do things.
Just first off, can I reference the stories that we heard before we came over?
Okay. The stories of the Shantara Grove. The only stories you would have heard would have been stories told to children at night about how scary it is in the dark. And there's nothing to worry about because the Shantara Grove isn't leaking into the material plane.
Oh, good.
It's not what's under the bed. It's not in the corners of your room at night. It's not the shadows at the end of the alley.
Are you sure?
That's the common question that the kids ask. Are you sure? People aren't afraid of the dark. They're afraid of the Shantara Grove in the dark.
Did any of the stories talk about how it came to be? Like once it was a pretty island and then there was an
Yes,
evil
once it was a
witch?
pretty island and the shadows took over, the elves that were there evacuated and left their homes behind. There's supposed to be all sorts of magical treasures and powerful items there. Only the mayor was left behind to try to protect the city and prevent the shadows from taking over immediately. Whatever happened to him, no one knows. Some suspect that he's the one who called them there.
With my reference, sorry, as my background as just an elf, really. Do I know if these stories were like sea elves or wood elves? Like
This would have been wood elves. Yeah,
wood elves.
they're wood elves. The Shantara Grove used to be a beautiful forest.
On an island. Is it a big island?
Fairly large,
Like
a couple miles in
Australia?
length.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Anyone want to do a legend lore?
Yeah, that seems like the logical next step. You wanna go for it?
Yeah, I'll put my head down on this windy rock.
Okay. Right. You look across the distance, and go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify. I wanted to legend lore, the Dark Grove, not
Okay.
Shantara Island.
The dark forest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You look across from where you're laying down on the ground, look out away from the cave, and your vision glides outwards. And you hear in your mind, Shantara, Shantara. And your vision swerves and goes towards the west. You'll fly over forests, mountains, hills and valleys, waterfalls. It is a scenic trip. You'll have your vision fly down into a tavern where a guy is sitting and drinking and telling a story. So, place says they're completely wrapped up in shadows. Even the trees on the shore have gone black. Only the water keeps them on that island. Dark forest, that's what they call it now. Used to be the Shantara groves, fruit, magical items, craftsmen of all types. Say even the frithel vines grew there. Who knows? But I won't go. I won't go ever. Can't make me. Here, I'll stay in Bilgeport. If you want to go ahead and go, that's up to you. No skin off my nose. Just leave your gold with me. Everything will be fine. You can get a ship down at the docks. They don't charge too much for the rundown ones. Be safe, as best you can, and don't go swimming. Not around Shantara. Takes a drink. By the way, it's not just the shadows themselves, but everything that could want to be in shadows is there. When the water goes slack, there's no coming back. That's what they say. And the vision wafts back across the waterfall, the mountains, the valleys, and up across the valley to you, where you end your legend lore.
Well, that's ominous.
West to Bilgeport, to somebody who says that you can get a boat ride, maybe, or maybe just rent a boat or buy one cheap to Shantara Island. And we even got a cool rhyme out of it. The letter from Felix had some more I guess his plan, which was also to take off from Bilgeport, right?
Bilgewater, yeah.
Bilgewater.
Felix and his crew have been pretty thorough on preparing for the forest, particularly with the types of weaponry that I guess they presume will be effective there. The forest itself sort of restricts your ability to navigate in certain ways, but Felix has written out a specific thing. Trying to think of a way to sort of simplify it. It seems like you sort of get tunnel vision. You get a cone thrown on your head based on how this note is written. But Felix and his friends have concocted a plan where they sort of move around back to back, like they're in a chalky horror film, so they can see in all directions. And they sort of have an escape plan too. I mean, he lists out supplies they're going to pick up, like rope, lanterns, and a teleport scroll so they can bail out to the tavern whenever they need to.
Do you think that stuff can be picked up in Bilgewater, or is that something
It's a
that
good
we should have
question.
already prepared or should prepare en route?
It sort of depends on where the distance between some of the. He mentioned something like picking up radiant weapons near the Temple of Varen, though I don't think it specifies whether that's near Bilgeport. I assume the tavern is in Bilgeport. In the vicinity of everything else, we'd have to figure out.
Yeah, I guess radiant stuff would definitely fuck up shadows. Good thing. I mean, we have a good amount of radiant firepower already, so
Yeah.
we're pretty covered on that department.
Wonder if there's like a radiant dagger that exists.
That's
That'd be
true.
cool.
I'm sure we could get enchantments on weapons.
I wonder if there's a,
we
if a
might
way
have to.
to. Go on.
I'm thinking we might have to go to like a church, and get them blessed or something. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Lord, a Feywild church. I can't think of a worse place
Oh,
to go.
I forgot we're not in the material plane. There might be other
Oh,
sources
Lord,
of
help
radiant
us
damage
from
here.
that terrible place.
It would be cool if I could like improve my necklace in some way to make it do radiant, but that sounds like a difficult thing to do. It's like picking up his little dragon's tooth around his neck.
Coin will point out on this, Felix's journal entries, that apparently, before it became the Dark Woods, it was sort of home to a lot of magical craftsmen, and a lot of them evacuated, but they might have left some stuff behind.
It's all even more treasure to collect.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's like a
Traps.
map somewhere of when it was known as a grove still. But if we could find one of the workshops, we might find something useful or valuable lying around.
How long ago did Shantara Island have to get evacuated?
I'll give you this through the legend lore. It was according to the Fey Realm's time, about 300 years ago.
Would that correspond with any particular? So when the wood elves evacuated, yeah, well, I'm making an assumption that they evacuated into the material plane.
Some of them did. There's ooh, some of them did. I'm not going to go further into that unless you actually get some more information.
Yeah, I
But some of
don't
them
have
did.
any
Some of them did
particular
not.
history with wood elves or anything
Right.
like that.
Which is why I can't give you more.
But I do know that a lot of material plane elves evacuated from the Feywilds at different times.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
rumor has it, whoever started the shadows still on the island, still alive.
Is that the rumor that the mayor is the one?
I mean, he's described as a hermit, not a mayor.
Depends
But
on your perspective.
yeah, he might be a hermit now. He's not mayoring much.
He's king of the Grung Kingdom.
My God.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
It's a real,
dark.
it's a real Ozymandias tale right there.
All right, I
Alone in
think
level waters of the Toad Sea, far away.
it's a good idea to travel west minimum and head towards Bilgewater. And if we get to Bilgewater and they don't have enough resources for us to begin our journey from there, I think we can adjust from there. Probably the people of Bilgewater will have they'll have more information about what's around us at that point.
Okay.
Unless there's a particular place like the temples for radiant weapons that we should try to hit first. Although
I'd second that.
I vote for not going to any Feywild temples. I really don't want to do that.
Wild.
I mean, we have enough of a lead to assume either someone in Bilgeport might have an idea of which direction to go, or someone might be able to assist us getting there. Or at the very least, someone has previously ventured from Bilgeport to the
We
woods.
have a lot of money that we just took from a hag's den. So if you want to prioritize another shopping trip first, we could, but it's going to delay us more, I think, if we try to travel back the way we came. And I don't know that we know of another place to go shopping.
I'm not strapped for resources, so that comes down to the party.
I think it's just like radiant weapons and resources specific to where we're going.
Yeah. I mean, how much do I don't even know how much conventional light might help us here. Do we have? We don't really have a reserve of lanterns, or I guess we kind of have. We have like dancing lights.
Crystal, you can make. Well, I've never seen you do it. I don't think. Sorry, I was just thinking of magic web.
Magic what?
Weapon. You can imbue a. I've seen some clerics can imbue weapons with magic for their knights and their soldiers.
Not sure if I can do that. Let's see.
Magic weapon is a paladin, wizard, or artificer spell. It does not look like it's on the cleric spell list.
You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of a war cleric.
Well, I mean, there's also the holy weapon spell, though.
That's what I yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can do it. Can I do it to somebody? Oh, it's just a weapon. Yeah, so I could.
Yeah, you just touch a weapon.
Yeah, and it does deal radiant damage. So.
Oh, very cool. Fifth
Arm
level
up
bonus action.
Saphira with a crazy
lasts for an
powerful
hour.
weapon, and then just
Mhm.
shoot
Yeah.
her in front. Like,
Or, I mean, I would argue, don't you have elven accuracy?
I do. Yep.
I mean, I would argue. I mean, there are a lot of people who would be good for it, but I would argue you should get the holy weapon because elven accuracy dramatically increases your likelihood for a crit, turning that 2d8 into 2d8 plus 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fully disagree with the math, but Saphira is much better at getting base advantage than I am at getting elven accuracy.
That's very true with her mobility. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good point. Well, either way, a holy weapon is a good thing to consider when we're in the thick of it.
So
I think I stepped away for a minute. Is radiant damage particularly helpful right now? Like that's what I'm hearing.
We expect it to be when we get into the forest.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Shadows
okay.
and things that like shadows is what we're going to face.
Huh. Okay, so I shouldn't be creating undead, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Yes, you should. That's the
honestly,
GM talking. Please don't.
I'm more of a, I don't know, I'm more of a
Honestly,
summon
if you
draconic
go
spirit
that
fan,
route-
but
I feel like if you go that route, you're gonna get a lot of bonuses where we're going.
My beauty queens, my dead beauty queens versus whoever's in that forest.
Getting the party? Yeah.
Does anyone else have radiant damage available to them? I know Isaac has some.
Nothing.
Not really.
No. Okay.
if we want to talk about summoning though, I mean, summon Celestial is an option as well for Crystal.
Yes, it is.
Maybe these green gloves that we picked up do a bunch of radiant
That's
damage.
true. We should.
Them.
Oh, summon Celestial does radiant damage.
We picked up a shit ton of stuff that we don't have any idea what it does. So then that's going to affect our calculus. So we should do our best to try and investigate them while we are traveling, so that we can get a better understanding of what it is we need once we get to the forest.
Also, if we level up, I get some pretty cool shit. So just gonna throw that out.
Which will be happy at the end of the session.
Which has not happened yet, and I know nothing about. And,
you know nothing. You know nothing, Crystal. Nothing.
Crystal knows nothing. She's about to get a very, very spicy upgrade here.
Spicy meatball.
Spicy.
I'll just like plop Bryn down in the middle of this carpet and hand him like the bag of holding, and then I can fly this thing while he plays with that shit.
I'm out of identify charges, unfortunately.
Promise I will not do any loop-de-loops while we're flying.
Okay.
Yeah, let's open the bag of holding during the really heavy wind that we're playing.
Did it.
Yeah.
To see only good things.
We need to pick up the bag of holding on every plane. We need to travel to every single one, dump it out, and then try to put it back.
Did a spicy
Preferably in
7-level
combat.
It's traditional.
Can I grab the Stone of Chronicles, and I would like to cross-reference search the Fey realm with cool shopping opportunities.
Cool shopping opportunities. Ooh. You get the oh man, all right.
Where are
Cool
these markets?
Cool shopping opportunities. Most of those are going to be near Queen Titania's palace. There is a shop at a tower 3 days away from Queen Titania's palace. The shop is at the bottom of the tower and is guarded by a silver dragon.
Okay.
Well,
the silver dragon, the Stone of Chronicles has been there. The dragon has an affinity for good music.
Interesting.
Yeah. I love the fact that this is something that I get to go ahead and say because of other people who have been there.
I don't think we have good music in the party.
We have Saphira's sea shanties. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is very good music.
I am fully confident putting Saphira and her sea shanties in front of a silver dragon that has a musical ear.
As far as near Bilgewater, Bilgeport,
go ahead.
Yeah, near Bilgewater and Bilgeport, there's nothing really cool as far as shops go. There are a whole bunch of disgusting places and shady dealers.
We do love a shady dealer on occasion.
I mean, we kind of are shady dealers a lot of the time, so.
Okay. Well, there's a difference between a shady dealer and someone who's just closely associated.
Yeah.
Thanks for breaking that down.
I mean, of course, when the law comes asking, of course, you have nothing to do with it.
Of course not. Look at me. Do I look like a shady dealer?
Not at all.
Crystal kisses Saphira on the cheek.
Well, I still think it's kind of a big detour to go back towards Titania's place and play with a dragon.
We shouldn't use that one on the dragon, right?
It was a good deal of distance between us and Bilgewater.
Going back to Queen Titania's place is going to be a 3-day trip. Getting to Bilgewater is a 1-day trip.
Oh.
But I wanted to show Queen Titania my drawing of the mountain.
I'm sure she'd be very impressed.
You're probably right.
Yep.
I vote for Bilgewater. Just straight to Bilgewater.
I agree with that.
Let's go make some shady friends.
I think that's the better play, yeah.
Some shady friends in the shade.
Anyone have a strong opinion in the other direction? Fantastic. We're going to build.
Not really. Yeah. Yeah.
We good? We
That's-
good.
I could get-
as reasonable a plan as any.
All right. So you guys hop on board your magic carpets
Rush
in
and
your. I'm sorry.
That's how you get my carpet up. Russian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Rochambeau. Yeah.
Avast!
Last for yours, and the last one.
Pink.
It begins flying. Is anyone not on the carpets?
Oh, don't be silly.
Just leave people behind.
All right.
We're all on.
I will go ahead and accept that as everybody got on their appropriate carpets.
Coin got
And
on
our-
one that's gonna do a roll. He didn't get on the pink one.
You get on the pink one. You want to be on the fun carpet. Got it. Awesome. So you guys will head off on your Fae trip. As you guys fly along, you pass through this valley, over some mountains, down a river towards a waterfall. Is there anything you guys want to do on the trip, as you will be spending the rest of the day there, flying towards Bilgewater?
I can't think of anything that I want to
Cool.
work on right now.
Perfectly fine. You guys will arrive, and as you do so, there's a haze over the town, and it is dusk.
Well,
This place is cool.
of course you'd like it.
This is like if Endlin Point was cleaner.
Wow.
Oh, 3 magic carpets descend on the town. No one comes out to notice. No one cares.
What kind of people live in Bilgewater? Like race.
At the
and-
moment, you see people in slickers, and you realize this haze is a wet fog. While your grung feels very comfortable here, the rest of you are wet.
It's a moist town.
I love it
It is
already.
in moist town, yes.
Crystal's hair is like 3 times its normal size.
Nice.
Yep.
Is it like fairies here? Is it like hobgoblins? Like who
Most of the people that you have just seen appear to be elves, but it's hard to tell underneath their rubber coats.
would they?
Is you want to land, or what do you want to do?
We've
yeah,
arrived. Yeah.
we're landing.
Touchdown.
Okay.
Time to stretch. We've been flying.
That was a long ride.
Like people at a rest stop, they just walk around you and keep going about their business.
Nothing to
One
see
of them
here.
has a tail with a diamond tip on it and goes by.
Ew.
That's
Like it was part of the tail, or it's an ornament.
It's an ornament on the tail.
Crystal's gonna elbow Saphira and be like, "Hey, you should get that. Put that on your tail."
What type of tail is it?
It's a prehensile tail, about 3.5 feet long.
No, like does it have scales on it, or is it like a tiefling tail?
It's
or
a
is it like-
leathery tail.
Ah,
You know, according to
I-
Felix, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna see if I can sneak up on that person.
Okay, roll your stealth check, please.
Been in town 5 seconds.
Already committing crimes.
Awesome. All right.
Oh dear.
The tail swishes back and forth in front of you. I need you to roll with some saving throw.
No.
Tail is old as time.
Here comes.
And this
the
is
nat
against being
one.
charmed.
I don't think that affects Saphira. As she's not
I think
an
it
elf.
absolutely does affect Saphira.
No, I mean, I don't think she gets advantage on the save.
All right.
No.
So,
No.
Saphira,
Actually, I do.
Oh,
you are hypnotized by this tail. You guys watch as Saphira follows this person down the street.
Reminds me so much of book 4.
That was my least favorite part of the
The
collection.
person hasn't looked over their shoulder, but the tail moves in a different dance motion.
I'm more of a book 7 type.
All right. I feel like Crystal's gonna exit that conversation before it goes any further, and she's going to go walk up to Saphira and grab her hand and try to bring her back towards the group.
As you do so, the figure turns and you see a very attractive woman look at you, bright orange eyes, slit pupils, and she grabs Saphira by the wrist. She's mine. Get your own.
Whoa.
Oh,
I will. I cast Hold Monster because I don't fuck around, and I don't like.
Wow.
All right. She pauses right there.
I think Isaac just steps up and leans in, knowing she's paralyzed, and like calmly moves her hand off of Saphira and like puts it back in her personal space and just says, "I'd like you to repeat yourself." And hearing nothing, it's like, "Okay, great." Start walking away.
Okay.
Is Isaac holding Saphira's other hand and I'm holding her other like a child between their
Oh my god, that's so. I didn't think that. Funny. Pass up. So sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
We hold Saphira's hands and like escort her like we're walking her out of school.
She's my new friend.
I know. We'll meet other friends.
Bryn really doesn't want to be involved, but when Bryn is watching and being prepared, having a counter spell ready in case something happens, because we have basically just like assaulted 2 people on a street in a strange.
Wait, I'm sorry.
city.
Wait a second. Hang on.
Nah.
Saphira took a few steps towards from what other people would see. Saphira took a few steps towards somebody. Her arm was grabbed. Isaac walked up, said a few stern words, and we all walked away. I do not think that is the same thing as we just assaulted people in broad daylight.
You left out a key part of that sequence, a particular 5th level spell slot.
That was part of the stern words. Yeah, I was not leaving it out, but that's what it would look like to people. Like she just got. I didn't like. I don't know. I didn't like.
You did leave
like
out
hurl
the
a
part
rock at her head.
where the other one grabbed
Disagree.
Saphira and said mine.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm pretty. Yeah, if they're used to things like one of their people grabbing somebody by the arm and saying that's mine, then I don't think they're going to be too shook up by a slap on the wrist.
Also, I will say that before Isaac cast Hold Monster, you guys saw just for a half second the light on the front of Crystal's armor just start to burn, and as like Isaac had not intervened in. Yeah.
Crystal
Like
was
there
about
was
to kill you. Like
Yeah.
mine was easier.
Absolutely.
So, Coin, I think we should get a room for the night.
I don't know if it's in Bylesport, but Felix mentioned a tavern that they have like they like deliver breakfast to your bed.
No, that's not what it said. It said the bed was full of stinging bugs.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The fuck coin. All advertising.
I love that.
I feel like we read the same thing, but if you're so picky, then okay, we'll find something else.
I just think we should, like, the town must have something a little better than that, right?
It's gonna cost more though.
Are you craving
Order?
bugs that much ever since I got rid of the fleas?
You know, I wanted a snack on that mountain, and I felt a hole in my heart and stomach.
Maybe we just need Crystal to learn like conjure fleas or something. I don't know. You can make food, right?
It doesn't have to be a flea.
It's
That's a
not my
cantrip.
forte specifically, but I can keep us alive.
I'll take like a gnat.
A gnat what? Hopefully a 20.
No, just like a gnat. I'll just take a gnat. Couple flies.
Are there any signs in this street for, like, businesses? Are we on a main street? What's going on?
You are on a side street. It's easy enough for you guys to go and explore. You can't see very far. The fog is fairly dense, and you can see about 100 feet. So in order to investigate different shops, you will actually have to go walk around.
Can I? I would like to walk around, with coin. Could
Yeah.
I keep an ear out for sea shanties, or specifically, like drinking songs?
Sure, roll a perception check.
What time of day is it?
That's hard to tell. Oh no, it's sorry. You guys landed here, and it was a day trip, so it would be 10 p.m.
Okay, all right. It's like 11 a.m. This might be a little hard.
We're all jet lagged.
Yeah, with
We are
21,
super jet lagged.
carpet lagged. Yeah, carpet burned. There you go.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
All right.
Carpet burn.
Sorry.
Oh man.
All right, with a 21, you can hear a couple sea shanties down the way. There's two different places that you can easily hear them from. One is this tavern that you guys have landed next to intentionally, and the other one is down the way.
What's this one called?
This one, let me get the name of it, I believe is the Spotted Flea.
I like it
Oh look,
so
that one
far.
has fleas.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a Spotted Flea.
Your type of place, Coin.
How is it spelled? FLEA?
Yes.
Is there a
Or
better spelling?
FLE.
That would have been better. That would have been better, I think.
Is it really?
Not significantly, but
The sign on the outside is of a cartoon flea with 6 legs, and he's smiling with a mug.
What can I say? It's a competitive business model around here. If one place does the bed and breakfast, every place has to.
so terrible. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go push open a door here and see if
Okay,
place
you
I
have the
wanna
Spotted
go.
Flea? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You walk in, and this is the definition of a dive tavern. The floor is covered in what might be peanut shells, might be other kinds of shells. It's kind of hard to tell. There might be toenails in there as well.
Ew.
Yeah.
This is a bit much.
Shows.
There's a little bit of there's a little bit of fluidity and stickiness to it, kind of like a bad theater after a good movie.
Squish, squish, squish.
Squish, squish, crunch, squish, squish, crunch. Yes.
I'd rather go to a place that has clean bugs.
I don't think we're in the right town for that kind.
Were the bugs that were on my scales clean?
Well, they weren't sticky, for one.
Not just like a seasoning preference.
Yeah, it's like a texture profile.
Gotta get that half kobold, half dragon scale seasoning. Yep.
It's more of a dry flea, you know.
Hey, so just
Hey.
a quick heads up, if any, Ruzit, if you refer to any part of your body as seasoning again, I am gonna go just jump into a sewer. So just to let everyone know.
Look, I'm talking about before the bath, after the bath, not so bad.
Take the inspiration there, Isaac. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right.
Too good.
Look,
So,
there's no
as-
more fleas, no more seasoning. Okay, Isaac? Does that make you feel better?
It would, yeah.
That'd be a start. Yeah, that'd be a good start.
I don't know. If we stay here, we might be back into it.
So a woman comes up to you guys as you walk in, and she's wearing a bustier that makes her look a lot larger than she should be, but she's muscular even as is. She would be the definition of a wrestler. And she looks at you all, well, you just stand in there, get a table, make yourself at home. What'll it be?
Okay. Dinner? Can you do dinner and a round of drinks?
Sure. And she goes over to the bar and starts pouring out 7 drinks.
Shuffle my weird party in here.
The 7 of you walk into the local dive bar, and everybody here, the entire place, turns and watches you guys come in and find a table to sit down at.
Coin stands before sitting down. He's going to straighten his upper torso, sort of crack his knuckles, drops the coin from his mouth into his hand, cusps them together, and then so he's
Wait with bated
The coin
breath
hits the
going.
floor?
it sort of slides out of his hand. He's attempting to sort of make a spherical shape with his hands, but
Yeah.
he angles it wrong, and the coin just falls. And he
And
shuffles.
sticks.
He shuffles to pick it up, and he's like, "Does it do that thing when you're like pulling gum off the ground?" And
A little bit, yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, and there's this nice quarter section of the coin that has now got this old soda stuck to it.
he just stares at it. I'm gonna order a cup of water to clean this with.
Crystal's like holding her hand over her mouth, like waiting to make sure he doesn't put it back in his mouth.
I have standards.
So, she's like trying not to puke.
So the woman comes over to the table, puts the 7 drinks on the table. Dinner will be out in a bit. I heard you want some water. She puts another mug on the table. There you go. Coin, it's hard to tell which one's the ale and which one's the water.
Oh no.
Could I get a sponge too? It might help.
She looks at you. What?
There's no sponges anywhere in this tavern.
Forget it.
You can probably get one, yeah, down at the store. But here, have a rag. And she gives you a rag that has stains all over the ends of it. This has been used to both wipe tables, clean the bar, open bottles, and maybe check out the bathroom. Who knows?
Well, let's use a little prestidigitation to clean that rag off.
All right, the rag is now clean.
Maybe the coin too.
Yeah.
Ruzit sips
please.
sips some of this the alcohol and is like looks at the bartender. Is like, is this water? I asked for water.
She looks at you. Yeah, that's the water. Drink the other one.
Is this tap?
Yes, that's
Ruzit
beer
drinks
on
the other
tap.
one. They're both water. What do you mean?
She smiles at you. I think you got the wrong one. Keep going.
Can you actually serve me a drink, or are you just gonna keep giving me water?
Just drink the water.
The crowd laughs as you say that, This is a local prank. They have given you all the bilge water.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
Do you guys
This place
rent-
fucking sucks.
The
Excuse
woman
me,
will go
ma'am.
and bring you 12 beers. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So we're kind of we're tavern hopping. If you could list like 3 other taverns and maybe rate them on like a 5-star.
She starts walking away from you and left
This one,
7 beers
well,
on the
this one
table.
already just went down a star because I just got served water as my first drink. This is definitely not going on like the tavern hopping like article we're about to write after this.
Yeah, well, you got to admit it was pretty funny.
It's not. It's
What
definitely not
article?
the
Was that a
top
job
3
I didn't know
taverns
about?
in Bilgewater. Definitely not a top 3.
I don't think you should drink that water.
I think that water might get you a little. It'll get you as sick as alcohol, that's for sure.
One of the other patrons comes walking up to the table. Hey, yeah, seem kind of well-to-do. Got any spare coins to share with the prospector, yeah?
What's
Prospector
a
of what?
prospector?
Prospector and entrepreneur of fine enterprises.
Wait, you're not gonna
Investing in me, invest in yourself.
So
Oh,
you're,
so
are you,
Why
you're
don't
that guy.
Why don't I just cut the middleman out and invest in myself directly?
you sure you don't just prospect people's purses when they're not looking?
I'm no thief. That's rude.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Boys,
Who hasn't
he
been drinking
called
a
me a
little bit of-
thief. And the rest of the bar looks at him. Yeah.
It looks like no one cares.
I mean, who among us hasn't stolen a little something from somebody or a lot of something from other people?
I
Some
ain't
of
never
them
none
anyway.
stole nothing from no one.
You're currently
Bryn-
stealing my time.
Bryn raises
Oh,
his
I'm
hand.
sorry.
In response to Saphira's question.
I am immediately going to give coin inspiration for something I have said in real life. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. I have an inspiration already, so you can keep it. But I'll take that. I'll write a tally in my little notebook.
As Saphir's rambling about not like stealing being okay, Rue's just like, so when are you gonna stop projecting, Saphira, or are you done?
You guys aren't charitable. I'll mind my own business. You guys have a.
Oh, sorry. We're
nice
happy to
night.
chat. He just has a joke. His sense of humor involves a lot of teasing. That's all.
What do you mean charitable? You were just telling me that this was an investment like 8 seconds ago.
You know what? I'm entertained, and Ruzit
I'm
flips the
sorry.
guy a copper piece.
Thanks. Yeah, I can get myself a couple chips. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sir Alan, I'm in for the game. And he goes over to a poker table.
And as you can see, the money is going to great use.
They have
See if
poker
he
here.
wins.
He's not going to win.
There's no way.
You want me to
All
go
right.
win that back for you, Rusid?
I'm having flashbacks to just because we're here to rescue Silas. I'm having flashbacks to Silas using subtle prestidigitation to cheat in cards at places
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
I don't know. I feel like if I go play a poker game, it's just gonna end with me flipping the table.
It's probably
Don't do
wise.
that,
That's a good.
You
That's
might-
good. Yeah, that's very, very self-aware.
I don't think the tables here are sturdy. You flip that thing.
Maybe
it's gonna-
okay. Correction. Breaking the table.
Yeah, it's accurate.
All right, what were you gonna say, Eric? Didn't mean to
The
cut you off.
woman comes out with a loaf of bread. It's nice dark brown bread and a ham. And she puts that on the table next to you guys with a stack of small plates. She sticks a knife in the ham. There you go. That'll be 5 gold.
Can we pay after
5
we
gold.
eat?
What is this? A fucking scam?
It's
She
a
looks
whole
at
ham.
you.
That's a good deal.
She looks at you, takes the beer/water in front of you, and throws it in your face. Puts it down. You ordered food, you pay for it.
I mean,
I just want to make sure it's
gold.
edible first.
Sorry, for
And
5 gold, I assumed he also ordered a lot else.
Did I buy food for the whole goddamn tavern?
Oh my goodness.
Not
I
a
will
problem.
pay some money because I'm trying to ask if they have rooms for rent.
Of course, we got rooms for rent.
Did you
Does
have
it come with a meal?
available?
Jesus Christ.
There are so many irritable patrons at this party right now, and I'm loving it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, I just wanted to know if you had rooms available for our party.
We got 8 rooms upstairs.
I think we're gonna spend the night if that's okay.
That's fine, yeah. It's gonna be 2 silver for each of the rooms. Except for his. I'm charging him with gold.
He might sleep outside.
I'm sleeping outside.
Fine. Just
We'll pay
beware
for-
of the
We'll pay
rats.
for his room anyway, but he might sleep outside just as punishment.
Fine.
All right, so we offer
Fine.
the
What are
The
you
bag
doing
of
with the
holding-
likes of him?
5 gold.
You're mighty kind and polite. What are you doing with the likes of him?
Oh, balancing.
Balancing.
He's really light on his feet.
No.
Gotcha.
He's-
Y'all some sort of acrobat troupe or something, huh?
Sure, let's go
I
with
meant-
that.
Maybe not professionally,
Balancing
but I could be if I
personality,
wanted to.
Y'all are a little strange. What are you doing exactly in Bilgewater?
We're actually trying to grab a ship somewhere.
Like
You know-
hire a ship or buy a ship?
We're in between on a travel to another destination, but we're still getting a
Where you
feel. for-
headed?
Coin
I think
is
you actually
thinking.
don't very much want to know.
Yeah, Coin's considering the stigma of just outright saying where, but he may.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Can I just push
Little dick.
a piece
Alright.
of ham in Roost's mouth?
Take one of the ham, like, just put it.
Eat some bread.
You can tell that Ruzit is still intensely irritated by the fact they were served water at the start.
Legit.
We're maybe just looking for information on travel to Shantara Grove. Formerly.
With the entire bar. And everyone suddenly minds their own business? And the woman looks at you all. Another set of adventurers, huh? Looking to make you rich quick scheme, huh?
Nah, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's more like I don't want to die scheme.
Well,
It's business. It's particular business taking us there.
well, getting rich
Understood.
would certainly not be a bad outcome of the situation.
Alright, so can I get what exactly business this is?
Maybe if we make it cost 1 gold instead of 5.
Fine.
Oh, it actually worked. I wasn't expecting you to do that.
Sure. Sure. For 1 gold, I can get your business. What exactly are you doing?
I don't mean it rudely.
Risen made this
But-
deal, not me.
We're mostly just looking for information on who in town knows how to get there. Or do you know anything like that, or are you just curious? 'Cause-
No. There's several ships here that you can buy off them. A couple of the fishing vessels will be for sale. But what exactly are you doing there?
Vacation.
Ah,
Can
Yeah, I
you're
just
lying.
like dancing with the shadows, you know? Fun time.
Just roll an insight check on the intensity of this and nature of this curiosity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With the 21, Coin just paid 1 gold in order to sell his business.
No, Ruza was saying make
Ruza's the one who said it.
make the food cost 1 gold instead of 5. He was
That's-
still on that.
Yeah. For the discount, she got Coin's business.
See, I
don't think
Welcome to the Fey Realms.
I accept it. I don't think Coin would have caught that premise because he was under the
Yes.
assumption like I'm not talking.
Can I get your business?
I mean, Coin literally just said vacation.
Yeah. But Ruzid, if you have a business, she gets your business. So, going on vacation, huh? One of those goth types.
But I meant
Understood.
more. Sorry, my 21 was supposed to. Or maybe this
Oh.
was the answer, but I was trying to figure out like why she's so intensely curious instead
Oh.
of being like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bob,
I
go straight
understand.
and talk to
I
him."
understand.
Why she's so intensely curious about what exactly we're going to be up to there.
Well, with the 21 insight, you guys are strangers in the local dive bar. You guys are wealthier than everyone in here combined 10 times over. You're better equipped than everyone here combined 10 times over. And everyone except for Ruzid seems to have no problem with the establishment. Except for maybe Crystal, who's over there almost throwing up at the mention of the dirty coin.
She's taking up a
The-
whole bench. It's fine.
Yeah, taking up the whole bench. So she is curious as to who these strangers are in her bar and what their business is because she is a gossip and will be
Okay.
sharing this news with everybody when they ask about who the strangers were.
Totally. That makes sense. I just was trying to keep an eye out for like somebody who has an investment in the Grove trying to stay one step
Yeah,
ahead. I get, things like that. But okay, cool.
No. She is the local gossiping waitress.
Perfect.
So, vacation, huh? Gonna have some kind of death wish. Are you guys in one of those death cults?
Is that your idea of a vacation? Because
Not
that's
all
not
of
mine.
us. Actually, just one of us.
Vacation from life is the only thing you're gonna have when you go there. Enjoy your ham.
This is
The
ham.
asparagus will be out in a bit.
Yeah. You too.
Then she will saunter away and she'll whap one of the other guys upside the head. Get your elbows off the table. Oh. You guys sit there in this nasty place. The ham is smoked and cooked very well. The ham is the draw of this establishment. It's not the drinks.
Assumed it was her sparkling personality.
Chew.
Great.
Location,
small talk.
location. This is where the fishermen come as soon as they get off the docks. So,
This ham almost makes up for the water.
yeah. After a little while, she'll come out with a large plate of asparagus and mushrooms that have been sauteed. There you go. Enjoy.
Point out people that we could ask about how to get to the Grove. Like, do you know anybody who could help us get there?
Oh, yeah. Just ask any of these boys. Any of them would be willing to sell you a ship. The Grove, though, that's to the south. Just follow the coastline until you see the darkness.
By sell a ship, do you mean literally giving up their vessel or offering
Yeah.
voyage?
Oh, they won't go with you. There's no chance.
Oh.
Not a single one of them will go to the Grove.
Not even if they like drop us off, like a couple nautical miles
They don't want
away.
to die.
And also, how would we get back to?
These are fishermen, right?
Yeah.
Can I?
Good point, Saphir. They could pick us up outside the neighborhood.
You guys didn't forget that we have carpets, right?
Do those work
Yeah.
if there's not
Yes,
wind?
they did.
I'm not saying we shouldn't get a ship. I just wanted to make sure we all remembered.
Oh, sorry. The
Well,
water
I'm good either.
must
I'm
Is it
cloud
good
you
fine?
either
guys'
way. I
minds.
think it might be easier to like sort of coordinate on before we dive in, but I'm good either way. I did. Is it possible maybe I want to get a better sense of the dangers and I want to get a better sense of how to get there. So I think Isaac will, if you guys will let him, or unless any of you guys want to join, I mean, Isaac will head down. Just go ahead.
I was gonna say, perhaps we can buy some of the folks here some drinks, sing some shanties with them, and kind of ingratiate ourselves so that they'll be more willing to talk.
Perfect, of course. Yes, another sailor. Let's do that, Spirit. Let's buy some drinks. Let's share some stories. Let's talk about some times we've been at. Let's talk a bit and like get to know these folks and see if we can get us a little bit of a sense. I'm hoping at some point, Saphira and I, between the two of us, can start. Like people like to tell stories of like recount great tales of things they've done, and I'm hoping Saphira and I can sort of gently guide that conversation to a little bit more like, oh, wild things you've seen, crazy things you've run into, scariest things you've seen at sea, and then starting to tell some stories of their own of like intense stuff they've seen at sea, and then trying to get a sense of like whether what they, based on their reactions to it, whether what they fear is in the same ballpark or if they want to share anything of their own, stuff like that.
Sure. Well, how much gold do you guys want to spend on buying drinks for the the various patrons?
Coin's not buying drinks.
No kidding.
If it's a question of,
Sorry.
I mean, if it's just a question, I don't think we just got like super rich, so I can deduct it from my future share
If necessary, but I think 20 gold is a pretty easy way to get.
Oh yeah, that's big.
That's like 2 rounds for probably the whole group.
Easily.
Maybe 3. So
4.
it should be pretty easy. I don't remember exactly how many people are in here. So yeah, hopefully that should be a pretty easy way to get mouths talking.
There's no more than 20 people in the bar. You guys came in and nearly doubled the population.
Oh, then I'll take like 15 gold. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. They cheer as you announce that you're buying drinks, and you are suddenly persona grata. You are the star of the show, and everyone is itching to tell you their best stories. They will tell you the stories of the biggest fish they've caught, how they bedded the wench down the street, and they will argue about who did it first. They will talk about the various ships that they're sailing, where they got their sails, where they bought their anchors, what their plans are. They'll tell you where their fishing spots are, anything you want to know. When you ask about what's the scariest thing they've seen, they look around and look at you guys yourselves and go, well, there were those things the other day that came through town and stole the people off the docks. That's why we don't go out in the dark. Shadows from Santara Grove are spreading. I think one of them might have come here and taken that boy off the docks, eaten him. After all that was left was his bones.
And those shadows still persist even if you, like, light up the joint? Just throw lanterns
we
everywhere.
ran to the end of the docks with torches. Something went off into the darkness. Don't know what it was. But when we got to the end there, boy was stripped clean. All that was left was a skeleton. We knew it was him because his right leg was still broke.
Damn.
Yeah. We dragged the little bones back in here. Yeah. And then we gave him a proper sea burial. We threw him over the side.
How far is the grove for the shadows to be able to travel this far?
4 hours south. If you can get there. See the wind. The wind's the problem. We got to paddle everywhere now. Over the past 2 years, shadows have extended out here. That's what this blasted fog is. Can't really make any clear days anymore. It's great for fishing. Great for fishing. Horrible for the mood, though. Everybody here's depressed. Until you came along and cheered us up.
Here.
Alcohol helped a lot too.
Absolutely. Alcohol helps everything. After all, it's a lot cleaner than the water around here. You know. You've seen what she served you. That's the cleanest they got.
You don't have anyone around here that could, like, purify it? No one's making a business out of that? Cleaning
Purifying water? I heard that one of the people down at the other place got the Still working for water. What a waste. That's over at the Vulgar Crane.
What are they doing over there?
They have us water still. Talk about a waste of time.
Why? How is that a waste of time, though?
They could be brewing alcohol.
You don't get hangovers?
But if you keep drinking,
Toast that. Another round, please.
I guess I should have read the room there.
the crowd cheers. These guys' livers are dying.
No.
GG. Settlers.
But yeah, they will talk about the various people that evacuated from Shatara Grove and how they spread to the Four Winds all across the Fey Realms. They don't know where any of them are, but they'll talk about how pretty they were and how many jewels and gems and magic items they came with. They'll talk about the fancy boats that they left with, etc., and that they had wished they had gotten one of those. We should have abducted one of the people and held her for ransom. We didn't. We just didn't jump on the opportunity. And now we're stuck here, unable to leave. Just waiting for the shadows to eat us.
Why can't you leave?
Where would you go?
Anywhere else? The cardinal opposite direction of the shadows would be my first inclination.
I meant, is it more a matter of you don't want to leave because this is home, you can't leave because there's a force physically compelling you? Is it just economically difficult to go anywhere?
Crystal looks at Saphira just like mouth open. Pretty good analysis.
Well, it's more of this is where we grew up and this is where we live.
I mean, the Feywild's kind of like a dangerous place. I don't think you'd want to stray too far from home in a place like this.
If the shadows keep, I don't know, like, sweeping up on the shore, is there anyone in town that's been, I don't know if they've been tasked with dealing with it? Anyone looking into that? Trying to, like, reverse engineer how those things work? Someone must be looking into it.
That's what the archfays are for. We're just low scum. We don't know any of that stuff. That's magic for higher creatures, like yourselves.
I'm guessing there's not a library either, then.
Oh, sure there is. It's where all the good literature is. Down the way. Go out the door here, turn left, go down the street about 4 blocks. You'll find it.
Good literature like history of the city or like fiction?
You look at each other. More history about the city. Roll an insight check.
Sure.
Thank you.
I'll take your word for it.
Tell you what, we heard that you went to buy a ship to head out there. None of us are going to take you to Shatara Grove. You drop you by, but you won't want to swim. We won't get close enough to the island to risk the ship with us on it. So if you want to buy the ship, we'll sell it to you.
What kind of ship are we talking?
Would you get us close enough that we could just take a dinghy the rest of the way? Would you be willing to do that?
They look at each other in shock. You want to take a dinghy?
Yeah.
Your funeral.
I mean, what? Was I going to use the ship's cannons on the island? Like, yeah.
What's a cannon?
Right, exactly. So what good was the ship going to do me?
Give you a better chance of not being tipped over by whatever's in the water.
We're excellent sailors. We can handle it.
Wait, so why aren't we just using the carpets? I'm confused here.
We'll probably take the carpet.
Magic carpets will be torn asunder. Shadows in the air will cut them to shreds. You'll fall to your deaths.
Oh, okay, that's useful info.
I
Said
think if,
something about the water. Is there like a creature down there?
Oh, there's always creatures in the water. That's what we do. We're fishermen.
Well, I mean abnormal to other seas. More towards this shoreline. Is there something particular towards the grove?
You're not from the Fey realms, is ya?
What gave it away?
The naivety.
Fair enough. That does not answer it, though. Is there...
What are you used to being in the waters, lad?
leather boots? A lot of...
There's those.
like...
But there be the sirens as well. There's sea serpents, the krakens, the great fish, the myrrh.
Oh.
There's all sorts of nasties in the waters.
Yeah, I fought a kraken in the water once, just with my fists. But they're rare. You don't see those often.
Fought a kraken with your fists. That's a tall tale.
Well, something cracked when I hit it.
It's been your hand.
It's good to know though. And regarding the dinghy plan, would you not?
I don't think a dinghy's a good idea, but if you want to do it, no skin off your nose. We'll drive the boat over there and let you off in a dinghy. But we won't go close to the island. You'll have a bit of rowing to do.
I mean,
And say we wanted to get picked up like a week later.
Since there won't be anything left of you, but we'll go make a trip down there in a week.
A week?
Noted.
a week.
A week on the island?
Not necessarily a week. Just I'm ballparking here.
Also, Crystal, I mean, we could get some insurance with this water. I mean, if we're gonna fall into the water and if that happens, we're all dead, then maybe some water walking or floating in the water or breathing in the something like that, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
that would probably be in order.
Yeah. I can make it so you guys don't sink, but I can't make it so that the things in the water don't come up.
I think we should buy the
compasses are far.
I think the locals have better knowledge of the waters than we do, and I think if they think it's foolish to ride in stormy waters that are infested by giant creatures that are going to eat us.
Sorry, to be clear, they think it's incredibly foolish that we're doing this, but we're doing it. They think the whole idea we have is foolish. They think
we're
the
foolish
entire
people.
idea is like absurdly dangerous. So we're already accepting that we are going to go into things much more dangerous than they're willing to consider going into.
We
That's
could buy
part
the
of
boat and they'd still think we're idiots.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's the
And
difference
doing something
between,
much too dangerous.
between the fishermen and us, though.
As someone who
Yeah.
frequently traffics in bad ideas, part of the key is not to layer your bad ideas. So, if they're saying this is a bad idea on top of a bad idea, then maybe we should just stick with one at a time.
Bryn, their beers cost 2 gold here. Do you want to know
Yeah,
how much
how much-
they're worth?
How much do you
No,
think
their
the
beers
dinghies
cost 2 gold for Ruzid.
Well, fair. Don't let Ruzid negotiate on the ship then.
How much do you think their dinghies cost? I think that buying a ship would greatly increase our odds of survival, as opposed to taking the last few
Don't
hundred
talk it up
yards.
like it's super important. They're gonna charge
This
us
is-
more.
I am saying this in hushed voices to the
Coin will say
rest
to
of the
him.
room.
I love the fact
Shit.
you're actually saying in hushed voices, which is great.
Well, that's because it's 12:30 here, and I don't want to wake up my roommates.
Sorry.
That
No,
chip
it's-
you put on the table earlier. What are we talking about here? Size, durability, price. What are you looking at?
Fishing vessel. We'll sell it to you, and they look at each other for 500 gold.
You haven't even described this ship to me, and you're giving
It's
me a
long enough. It's called the Puddle Jumper.
Yeah, that's
So
not a
long.
name that strikes out, that screams strength to me.
That whole
Of
body
course.
language you did before you announced the price does not give me a lot of confidence that you'd give this price to anyone other than a bunch of adventurers.
I can jump.
Does it literally jump though?
Oh, What? No. Centaur.
That are literally jump if it's 500 gold.
Hey, 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 hey.
Buddy, I
We
can
have
jump a
seen- we have
puddle
seen
with.
stranger things that I can jump. Okay.
You guys enjoy. Best of luck.
Buddy, I can jump a puddle when I'm shit-faced and my legs are tied up. It's not. I need to
Hey,
know
look at
more
you.
about it.
If you don't like the name of the ship, rename the dumb thing.
Does it have a figurehead?
No. It's not that big of a boat. It's a fishing vessel.
Mm.
Ruzid looks at coin and says, "How much do you think a fishing vessel's worth?" Like,
Can I do a check for that on what Coin would know? Because Justin couldn't put a hard price on it, but Coin might be able to.
Sure, roll an insight check.
I'll see if a lucky.
14. Yeah.
I'll take a 20 on
You're
it.
gonna take 20? Awesome. For a used fishing vessel, like what they're talking about, 500 gold is a reasonable price. A fishing vessel, according to the player's handbook, is 3,000 gold.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm a little interested in what you're throwing down here, but it might help if we could do a little walk by on it first.
Sure. Tell you what, let's finish these drinks, and we'll get you down to the docks to take a look at her. What do you say?
It seems fine to me. Everybody else?
sounds good.
He punches you in the shoulder and instantly regrets it as he's poisoned.
Oh yeah, it's more of a handshake guy with gloves.
What do you mean? He's not. There's nothing wrong. Like, there's nothing poisonous there. Ruzid like puts his hand on his shoulder. Hey.
Oh, yes, sorry. My
Just because
I'm gonna use the Staff of Healing to cast Lesser Restoration and remove the poison effect.
Okay, cool.
While they've been having this conversation and Crystal's been trying not to throw up, she is going to cast Detect Thoughts on this woman while they're having the conversation, just to like get a feel.
Sure, the waitress thinks that Ruzid is a jerk. She refuses to give him any more service at all. The rest of you have been ingratiating yourselves to the patrons, and so she is paying very close attention to what you guys are doing and wants to make sure that you guys are served properly. She's thinking about how she's going to have to clean the rooms after you guys are gone, especially after that frog person. Of course, she might be able to eat enough bugs to clean that room. Wonder how if centaurs get fleas. Do they only get fleas on the lower end or the top end too?
She like snorts out loud as she she says that. She's also looking specifically for if she's withholding any information.
Oh, she is, but
about
the island, not really. No,
Okay.
She's holding a whole bunch of information about the town, about the patrons, and things like that. But as far as the island goes, the entire crowd has been very forthright.
Okay. She also like at the mention of Archfays that she said she wants to see if any names of Archfays come to this woman's mind.
Oh, Tatiana, for sure. There would be a couple of others. The one that would be on the top of her head would be Misty Jacket.
Okay.
That would be one. There's going to be Fog Bottom. That's another one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of any more that she would be thinking of. Those would be the two, other than Tatiana, that she would be thinking of immediately.
Okay.
She doesn't really think about them much. It was just that you guys prompted her to think about them.
Right, yeah. So I wasn't sure if like Crystal's looking for a trail, right, from Silas. Right. So it's like if these people, it's almost good that she doesn't hear his name, because if they know that he's missing, that's a problem. So if she's kind of unaware, then it's fine.
No, it's like if you mention the president, they're like, oh yeah, Biden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh. I think that's a good spot for us to end, as we are going to let you guys level up. And next week, we will get you guys to walk down the docks towards the puddle jumper, inspect the ship, potentially buy it, and go from there as you guys head out towards the Shantara Grove from Bilgewater.